All right, I'm live. This is a live stream, me watching a sporting event. Yep, this is the second time I'm doing this on this channel. What's up, Five Tear? I'm glad you made it. Yeah, I'm a few minutes late because I ordered some Pizza Hut because Pizza Hut is the sponsor of the UFL. That's why I decided, hey, I'm gonna go get some Pizza Hut for this game tonight. And I got there. There's actually a Pizza Hut like really close, right down the road. And when I got there, I had to wait for another like 10 to 15 minutes, unfortunately. They forgot to put my pizza in the oven. Like, how do you mess that up? You forgot to put someone's pizza in the oven. You know, I left the house at 6:50 and it said my order is ready at 6:53. So I thought, well, okay, by the time I go inside, oh geez. Wow. Easy touchdown. Look, see? Pizza Hut, the sponsor. You see it? Right on the wall. Good thing I remembered that. So when I went inside, I thought, okay, should be ready, right? They're gonna give me my food. I have to pay. I had to pay inside. I had to pay by cash. For some reason, I could not pay with a debit card online. For whatever reason, it says invalid. It wouldn't work. So I had to do it the old-fashioned way. Pay in the store. And then I thought, after that, they would give me my food. And then the lady says, oh, we forgot to put your pizza in. It's going to be another 7-minute wait. And I was like, okay. But then she said, would you like some cookies and brownies with that? As like an apology. And I said, okay, I'll take some brownies. So that's why I'm a few minutes late. I'm a few minutes late to start this stream. That's Hulk Hogan. Hollywood. Yep. So, yeah, I didn't really miss much. They actually have this game on Sirius XM on radio. Alright, well, I didn't really miss much. Didn't really miss much, so. Alright. So yeah. At least the stream is working, that's good. You got your TV synced up and you cannot see the bottom line. Oh yeah, I should do that as well. Yeah, see, it disappeared. They only show that during the game. They don't have that during the commercial breaks. TSN is like that too, but not regular ESPN. They always have their bottom line during their commercials. As well as a lot of other sports networks. Alright, now it's commercial. I am going to get my food, so I'll be back in a bit. All right, I'm back. Oh yeah, they're already. Yeah, awesome. You're showing the score of the Stanley Cup. Wonderful. I have to change that right now. Like, why on God's green earth is the Stanley Cup happening right now? Tonight. It's stupid. Like tomorrow night, there's nothing on tomorrow night. No CFL game, no NBA game. Why not have the Stanley Cup Game 5 tomorrow night? You know? Makes zero sense. They have to fly all the way up to Edmonton in one day? That is the stupidest schedule I have ever seen. I can get rid of it by doing this, right? There we go. Guess that's good enough. You know what? What if the Stanley Cup wasn't happening tonight? More people might be watching this game. I'm just saying. I don't understand that. You're traveling over 2,500 miles in one day? And then you have to play again? You don't get 2 days off? That's stupid. That makes zero sense. So I am recording the game right now, and I am pretending that the game is on tomorrow night, as it should be. So I'm going to watch that game tomorrow night. Because in my opinion, it should be tomorrow night. No NBA Finals tomorrow night. That's their next game's on Monday night. And I know I I could watch both at the same time, but I don't want to. I don't want to watch both at the same time. I want to hear both broadcasts separately. Okay? And since I've been watching a lot of UFL this season, I have to watch this first. Okay? And this is just a one game, you know? This is it. This is it, man. This is the championship game. So yeah, y'all just heard like a little rant. I just did like a little rant live. I usually don't rant, but that makes zero sense. Like I said, why Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final was Thursday night? Okay, in Florida. Game 5's in Edmonton, and so I'm like, okay, they're gonna play again on Sunday night, right? Because they get 2 days off. The two cities are super far away from each other. No NBA final game on Sunday night. It makes sense. So when I thought to myself, oh, okay, this is great. I can watch this game tonight and the Stanley Cup game tomorrow night. That's great. Nope, on at the same freaking time. I mean, I'm glad I have YouTube TV so I can record stuff, but that's stupid, man. That's so dumb. I don't understand. I'll never understand. They never said why it's on Saturday night. They never said why. All you have tomorrow night is Sunday night baseball. Not everyone watches that, you know? I don't even know which two teams are on Sunday night baseball tomorrow night. Right now, the MLB season is not important to me. All this other stuff is more important to me. Gotta be honest, I haven't watched a MLB game since opening day. Yeah. I haven't watched any games since the first day or two. Alright, sorry for ranting. I feel like I had to get that off my chest before I start eating, I don't want to rant while I'm eating, that's not healthy. I made sure I got some water. Let me go get that right now. Oh. So this game, I think y'all know which team I'm rooting for. I'm wearing the USFL shirt. Yep, I am Team USFL this year for the championship game because no Birmingham Stallions, finally. We're going to have a new champion, a new Spring Football League champion. So yeah, I'm rooting for the Michigan Panthers, the team that beat the team that I don't want to win. Wow, wide open. That was a perfect pass. This might be a really good game, I think. I think it will be. This is sad. A lot of empty seats because there's no St. Louis Battlehawks. And you know what? Yeah, I really wish the St. Louis Battlehawks were in the championship game so that way they'll have more butts in the seats. But at the same time, in my opinion, This championship game should not be at a neutral field. It shouldn't be. Now both teams are 6-4, so I forgot. I know every team plays all the teams. I forgot who won. Which team won between Michigan and DC in the regular season? Do you know the answer, Five Tayer? Because I forgot who won that game. Um, because whichever team won that game, their head-to-head, that team should be hosting the championship game. That's just me. I was hoping to get St. Louis in it, St. Louis Battlehawks, so that way we can have a rematch, because that was, in my opinion, that was the game of the year. The Michigan Panthers and the St. Louis Battlehawks. That was the game of the year to me. That was the best game I watched all season. So I was hoping we would get a rematch in the championship game. I don't know what it is with the Battlehawks choking in the semifinal. This is like the three years in a row this has happened. At least no Birmingham. Oh man, if this game was Birmingham against DC, I would not be excited at all, to be honest with you. I mean, I would still watch it though, but thankfully I think this game, Michigan and DC, I think it'll be an exciting game. All right. So yes, I am Team USFL tonight. All right. But if DC wins, I'm not going to get upset at all. So I remember they were in the XFL championship game in 2023 against Arlington. That was a great game. And somehow, DC was the best team, and they didn't win. So you just never know. You just never know with the UFL, which makes, it makes it exciting, Remember earlier this season, the San Antonio Brahmas, they only have one win, and their one win was at DC. I know, right? Crazy. Yeah, San Antonio's only win was on the road at DC's Defenders venue. Yep. Yeah, and last year the Brahmas were in last year's UFL championship game where they got shut out. Alright. Alright, now I can sit down now. Hey, hello, Stephen Jones. Where are my Memphis Showboat fans? That's a good question, because don't they have like the least attendance out of all the teams? I think it's them and Houston. Memphis and Houston. Whenever they play home games, there's hardly anyone in the stands. That's unfortunate. So I assume you're a Memphis fan, Steven? Five Terror says it was Michigan who won that game. Okay, so that means Michigan should be hosting the championship game. Like, why would, DC fans and Michigan, oh crap, DC fans and Michigan fans, they gotta fly all the way to St. Louis? You can call this like a college bowl game, where it's always at a neutral field. Progressive is always the sponsor. Michigan's usually the one that sustains those long drive. DC's usually the ones that's 2 or 3 plays and a touchdown. So the back and forth is going to be big in this game. Can you answer? Also, another question. I don't know if I mentioned this or not. Why is the score bug in 2 different colors? What's up with that? And I know it's got to be because it's the championship game, but they didn't do that last year. It's kind of weird, but it might as well be all black. The score bug, that might look better anyways. I wonder how many people are actually watching this game live. Probably not many. Is it more than 1,000? I want to know. I actually want to know how many people are watching this game. Because like I said, if the Stanley Cup Final Game 5 was tomorrow night, which it should be, I think more people would actually watch this game. And last year, the Stanley Cup Final was on ABC. They alternate between ABC and TNT. So, what if ABC was hosting this year's Stanley Cup? Well, that Game 5 would have to be tomorrow night, right? Sunday night. Because this game's on ABC. And TNT, I guarantee you, they're not showing any sporting event tomorrow night. I don't think. So, why is the... I don't understand. I'll never understand. Joe Tessitore, whatever you do, please do not spoil the winner of the Stanley Cup Final Game 5. Please don't spoil it. I'd rather have you spoil the NBA Finals instead, because this year's NBA Finals I'm not that excited for. Yeah, I am a... Oh, that's a big first down. Yeah, Joe Tessitore, he is the man. He makes these games more exciting. Yes. He's great. And he's also the voice of Friday Night SmackDown. That's crazy. Of WWE. I don't really watch today's WWE, but he's really the announcer. I'm not sure what city they were in last night, but most likely he had to take a plane flight to St. Louis. Yeah, I've always liked Joe Tessitore. He's also one of the voices of the SEC on ABC for college football. He also does boxing events on ESPN. He's really good. It's about time he became a WWE announcer. Look at that, it's in black and gold like it's the college football playoff. That's what they do for their graphics. ESPN's college football playoff graphics, it's in black and gold. Yeah, I like the UFL. I just hope it grows, you know, but I know this is only their second year, but no one's talking about it. I listen to a lot of sports podcasts, and no one's talking about it. I bet you no one's going to talk about this game. On Monday. Oh well. Now, if I go out, let's say if I go out to a restaurant tonight, they wouldn't be having this game on. They wouldn't be having the hockey game on as well. They would be, you know what they would be showing? The LSU baseball game. Because I live in South Louisiana, the capital city. That's LSU City. They would have to have that on. It would make sense, you know. One of my neighbors, they're having like a party right now because of the LSU baseball game. Wow! Nobody was there! He just jogged on in. '38 38-yard touchdown. All these defenders. That's funny. Wow, no one was covering him. He was all by himself. This Michigan offense is really entertaining. And that's why I hope they win. Going for 1 point. Okay. Oh, wow, that worked. The over-under's 52.5. I took the over on that one. Who did I predict? I think I predicted DC was going to win because of their defense. I think I predicted like 30-27 or 33-30 or something like that. I can't see this as a one-sided game. So... Yeah, Michigan, they finally beat Birmingham for the first time in their franchise. Championship week, a lot to celebrate with year number 2 of the UFL. You mentioned the great debate between Perkins and Ta'amu. These were the award winners, Jordan. Yeah, Bryce Perkins obviously took home the most hardware. Shannon Harris, the Buddy Stevens Coach of the Year. Peter Dalmapenu was the Defensive Player of the Year. And 5 Terrace says the Panthers quarterback won the league MVP too. Nice. Panthers. We got 2 Panthers teams playing right now. So 5 Terror, which team do you want to win in this game? Are you going to be rooting for a team, or do you just hope it's a good game? I don't know how many fans are in the stands. Sam Macho. Oh, you want Michigan to win because they weren't the ones who knocked St. Louis out. Ah, yeah, that's a good point. All right, so we're Team USFL. And we're both rooting against the other Panthers team, Florida Panthers, in the Stanley Cup Final. Whoa! Oh, there's a flag. What could that be? This one could be coming back. Usually that's on offense. Who's going to be in the command center? Mike Pereira? Or, who's the other guy's name? Dean Blandino. Or maybe they're both going to be together. I don't know. Shout out to the fans that are actually in the stands, because they had to travel. Oh, it's Dean. Oh! Oh, wow. Jeez. Oh my gosh. He's gonna go all the way. Oh! That was a big play. Crazy. Oh man. Wide open. Whoop. Last play of the first quarter. Alright. That's the end of the first quarter. Yo, we got another person. Tartarian Roosters? Hello there. Are you a Michigan fan? They played really well against Birmingham last weekend. Oh, you got money on DC? Oh, you bet on the game? You bet on the game. Yeah, I know you can bet on the game. They go crazy on that ESPN bet. I've never done that before, but I think they said the over and under is like 52.5. I took the over on that one. I think it's going to be a close game. Alright guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, and then I'll start eating.
Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection. Ask your rheumatologist if switching to Invoke is right for you. And take back what's yours. Said if you're gonna play the game, you gotta learn to play it right. You gotta know when to go. Already. Know when to fold up. Know when to run. It's automatic from 40. Count your money. When you say time to love the guy. When the deal is done. Hilton is bringing you more new ways to stay than ever before. With all new places, there's all new experiences to enjoy. Hilton for the stay.
UFL Championship here on ABC. Last night was Game 4 NBA Finals, and Oklahoma City, the pressure is on because of this guy, Tyrese Halliburton. Fourth quarter was 103-99 Pacers with SGA. Pacers led by 1, and then the fadeaway. The Thunder come back to win it 111-104. So Jordan, here we go. Game 5 of the NBA Finals.
Wow, we got a Roughnecks fan in the house. We got a Houston Roughnecks fan in the house. Man, I would go to this game. If I was living in St. Louis, I would totally go to this game. I would. I would, man. Why not? I'm sure the seats are not that expensive.
Jordan Ta'amu, the former Ole Miss star. We start this second quarter with a first and goal. And Jackson.
Yeah, they always do that. They would go to the other side of the field in the beginning of a new quarter. That's what they do.
This DC offense 11.3 yards per play. Is that good? That's great. Yeah, I think
All right.
first down every time you call a play is pretty acceptable for an offense. This is going to come down to red zone efficiency.
And yes, I'm showing my TV screen. Unlike the soccer reaction I did a couple weeks ago, that was the first live stream I did. I couldn't show that game because soccer is heavily copyrighted. This is not copyrighted whatsoever. Yeah, so that's cool. So I can show you my TV screen while watching this and chatting with you guys.
In a game like this, the difference between 3 points for a field goal and 6 points for a touchdown is massive. Really good initial coverage here from Michigan. Nowhere to go with the football.
And earlier today I watched the CFL game, the first one.
To your left to get any velocity on that throw and get it up.
There's a second CFL game happening right now. I'll have to watch that at another time. I might watch that after this game. I have that recorded.
Experience with Arizona, the Raiders, the Steelers. As he punches through the
All right, 13-9.
and it's a 13.
Oh, Michigan is the favorite to win. Okay.
You know, we said it earlier.
Yep.
You got the two best
Big football Saturday for me. Yep.
They've gathered a lot of momentum with a lot of faith in their play callers, and you're seeing it early on here at what we've seen offensively. This is going to be a heavy
I like these guys.
be back and forth.
This broadcast is so much better than Fox's broadcast. It really is.
Forcing them to be a drop back team. Remember, Bryce Perkins is only about 85%. That's right, he's got the ankle. Still has that hurt right ankle, so if he's got to move around a little bit, let's see if he can make those plays we're used to seeing.
I heard that your brother is a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Perkins is interesting. Perkins won
We'll see how that goes.
MVP. There are a lot of people around the league said, hold on a second, Jordan Ta'amu
The older brother, Aaron Rodgers. Yep.
doesn't end up with any hardware at the end of the year. Yeah, look, I think that was a disservice to how well Ta'amu played this year. I think he should have won one of those, right? My voting was Ta'amu as the MVP, and Perkins
All right.
as the offensive player of the year.
Let's see. I'm going to start eating my food here.
UFL Buddy Stevens, coach of the year on headset.
Get some napkins. Good thing I have extra.
It has been an honor to cover you and your team this year. Congratulations.
Oh, I dropped the napkins. Okay. Well,
Yeah, I mean, appreciate that, and thanks for having me on. But you know, one thing about it, these guys have been resilient all year, and you know that will have gotten us to this game.
yeah. Okay. Here we go.
You know, we just got to go out here and get a stop right now defensively and try to close this thing out the right way.
Coach Shannon Ross on the return. He's man at the 15.
Coach, did you feel that your quarterback Jordan Ta'amu coming into this game had a little something to prove? We just talked about getting overlooked for the MVP and the offensive player of the year for the season that he had. Did you feel he's got a bigger chip on his shoulder tonight? Yeah, it wasn't just Jordan Ta'amu, it was the entire team. They felt like, you know, he should have been the MVP or, like you said, offensive player of the year. But, you know, we just got to go out here now and prove the type of team we are to put all that to rest.
I got to make sure not to look at any notifications tonight
What adjustment needs to be made to slow down Michigan? Yeah, we just got to
because you know why, right?
on our keys, you know? We
Yep.
can't try to make plays outside of what the scheme say do, you know? We just got to stay within the scheme and, you know, be disciplined in what the play is.
Shannon, we'll let you get to work. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Panthers head coach Shannon Harris, the Buddy Stevens Coach of the Year award winner. Talent takes it ahead for just a yard. So here we're Danny Henley. One of the great things about UFL is the access that we get. So Danny, you're hearing the play. I want you to walk us through the play and let us know what to look for as the play goes on. All right, so right now. All right, all good. Field, that's the trips. Lindsay slant lucky. So we'll start the running back outside, get a little man zone indicator here. We get man, we're probably going to be thinking we want the slants to the field here. Right now, 57's outside, so we've got man. I won't be surprised if he wants to work this slants here, especially far to the field, number 7, because he's so far off. 2nd and 9, and that's what they do going to Malik Turner. It'll be 3rd down from there at the 22-yard
singled up over here. You notice it didn't go corners over, so we're thinking it's some kind of a zone most likely. So he's probably going to be working to the field here, to this bunch side. We'll start low with the flat, see if it comes open. It doesn't. He's going to have to scramble.
Perkins is taken down. And that was Malik Fisher who got to him.
Five Taylor says, yeah, I just completely turned off the notifications for the ESPN app for the night. That's good. It's really hard not to get spoiled nowadays. But back in the old days, I'm talking about decades ago, I don't think you could record anything. You were basically screwed if you wanted to watch both programs at the same time, unless if you somehow get two TVs side by side. Back then, obviously, flat screen TVs were not a thing back in the old days. They were those big, heavy-ass tube TVs. Yep. I grew up with a tube TV as a child. Yep. I'm gonna mute the commercials. So, all right, now I can start eating here. I need to get something here. Okay, good. I have more space to get past here. I actually did not eat. I did not eat anything all day. Surprisingly, right? Nothing. So, let me move the mic right here. Good thing I have this little table here that I can work with. So, got some Pizza Hut because that is the sponsor for the UFL. I know that sounds kind of corny, but that's just who I am. All right, I'm gonna try this out here. So I got some pizza and some boneless buffalo mild wings and some brownies. Now the brownies I wasn't going to get. They gave me that as an apology because, like I said earlier, when I got to the store to pick up, to pay and get my food, right? They said, "Oh, your pizza, we forgot to put it in the oven. It'll be another 7-minute wait." So I'm like, okay. Then the lady asked, "Would you like some free cinnamon buns, cookies, or brownies?" And I said, "All right, let's try brownies." And yeah, I got brownies for free. I mean, so that was nice of them. So that's why I was a little late to start this game. But on my way back, I have Sirius XM radio, and they actually have this game on the radio, but it's the same broadcast, same announcers. So, but good thing I didn't miss anything. I didn't miss any touchdowns or field goals. I just missed like the opening drive, kickoff.
With the two best quarterbacks and two best offenses the UFL has to offer.
Yeah, after 2 touchdown drives and a field goal, this is our first punt of the game.
Oh wow, the first punt.
For the Panthers. As he umbrellas this is going to be a short punt, but it does take a Michigan bounce. And it is going to be down at about the
Where is
37-yard
oh yeah.
line.
And the drink, a 2-liter Dr. Pepper, like it's college football. That's their sponsor too. Make sure not to spill any of this.
Miami, give us some terminology and guys in your voice for us.
Yes, we're going to have two backs in the backfield. Mickens is going to be in the back as our running back. He's going to shift out, and it's basically just a deep mesh concept. We're just going to start with our corner out and just work from the left side to the right side.
What's been the flow like so far as you're evaluating it from the sideline? You've had a lot of deep shots, had a lot of explosives, but you haven't taken much time off the clock.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're a tempo explosive football team, so if we can keep maintaining those explosives, we don't really care about the clock as long as we keep putting points on the board.
All right. So let's look for this mesh concept. There is Mickens, who does split out from the backfield. Tamu on first down.
There's Braylon Sanders.
And he comes underneath the Braylon Sanders as Mike DeLillo, the backup quarterback, knew exactly where his eyes would be.
Hey, you're talking to us. All right, what's it mean?
Spread here, 22 lock, squirrel, so it's just going to be
All right, time to eat.
fade out concept with an inside run. If we like the leverage, we're going to throw our quick, which is an out. And if not, if the box is light, we're just going to hand it off to an inside zone look.
So again, another mathematical equation. They got more guys to defend than you had to block, right?
Always about numbers. It's always about numbers. So they're going man here.
Second and 4. Numbers say pass, and that's what they do.
Oh, he caught that.
Arms of Braylon Sanders, the two former SEC Ole Miss Rebels hooking up to Abu to Sanders. DJ Miller had coverage.
Boy, every time Braylon Sanders gets the football, something good happens. You mentioned it. He's a big play wide receiver, averaging over 25 yards per reception. And that connection started Ole Miss in college for both these guys. And even with tight coverage by DJ Miller, that ball is perfect.
32-yard reception for Braylon Sanders.
What you didn't get to see is the touch, the arc that he put on that ball. It was perfect.
Yes, sir.
NFL caliber throw.
Yeah, you got to bump it. All right, here we go.
All right, Mike, what do you have coming up here? So you want to see that mesh concept again?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be a similar concept. We're just going to get to it from a different formation. So for us, it's going to be the same concept. It's really easy for us to get there, but for them, the defense is going to look like a whole different concept in formation.
So window dressing from a formation, a shift, and a motion standpoint?
Exactly.
But everyone wants to make football complicated. Just run the same play, make it look a little different pre-snap. You got it, man.
To Abu. He goes underneath as he connects with Mickens. And Mickens gets it to the 19-yard line.
We got someone else in the chat. Wow, we got like multiple new viewers tonight.
To the inside, this one, he's going to go all the way to the outside, so give them a different look. There's going to be a smash concept. Two underneath with the corner out by Powell.
There is the motion to the inside by Mickens. Second and 2.
If he lost off, we're just going to give the underneath stuff.
To Abu.
Uh-oh. Oh! Now they take the lead. DC's now in the lead.
How great was the access to hear the backup quarterback give us every single play call and what to look for.
This is great by Ta'amu. Watch this play develop. Watch you see what he's reading. He's reading Adonis Alexander right here. If Alexander drives on this route, the corner's open right behind him. He throws with great anticipation. I love hearing from Mike DeLillo, the backup quarterback. Hey, we're doing the same thing. This time he's going to motion all the way.
I see the Roughnecks fan.
That same look, but he's in a different spot. You get eyes on him, and you leave Cornell Powell wide open.
Cornell Powell, who had a huge year, his final year at Clemson back in 2020, and now 4 years into his pro career. 2-point conversion attempt back in the end zone and incomplete. So our score will remain.
All right. Now they take the lead by 2 points.
Jordan Ta'amu looks so sharp.
Oh man, we got another new viewer. Hello,
You're not really one for this.
Guzik Gaming. Thank you for sharing stream. Can we share the pizza too? Yeah. Here you go. Would you like a bite? Or do I have to eat it for you? Oh, and here's what else I have. boneless mild wings, and dessert brownies. Yeah. Only at Pizza Hut. No one out pizzas the Hut. Hut? Ready, set, hut! There you go. I like it. The pizza's good. I like it. Because that's their sponsor. That's why I got it. Hello, Agent Donnie Captor. Man got the best view. Oh, I got the best view? Thank you very much. Hey, another new viewer, Cody. Let's go Panthers. Yes. I'm rooting for them. Got my USFL shirt. Yep. That's where they came from. Mutes commercials, then does his own. Yeah, why not? Oh my gosh! We have 9 people watching? That's crazy. I really didn't thought I would get this many. So, I'm sure most of y'all are new to the channel. This is my second time doing a live stream reaction to a sporting event. Okay? And thankfully, luckily, I get to show you the TV screen because it's not copyrighted. Yeah, unlike the first reaction I did to a soccer match or a football match, I can't show the TV screen for that because that is heavily copyrighted. So luckily I can show you this. And I do sports talk episodes before the weekend and after the weekend. So I do that twice a week of me talking about what's going on in sports, what I know, what I saw, what I heard, and I'll give you my opinions on that. Okay? So I'm planning to do the next episode on Monday. I would release them at 11 a.m. Central Time. Alright? Because obviously the more people, the more subscribers, the better.
That's exactly what we thought from these two players. Remember, we thought Jordan Ta'amu would have a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, a little something to prove. And so far, his high-flying offense hasn't missed a beat. He's been near perfect.
Here's Malone on the return. And Goto's ball came out.
What the? No!
DC's got it.
What the heck was that?
Special teams play.
Really? Really?
Drew comes up with the football.
Oh my gosh. Wow. They're about to score again. That's terrible. They're about to score again, man.
Crazy. Watch 84 here. He actually ends up grabbing the football. He gets stalled by his eye. Friendly fire. The tight end, Gunnar Oaks.
First turnover of the game.
That is big. That's huge turnover.
What do we say? These offenses are clicking so well right now. It's going to come down to a special teams, a turnover. That right there is huge for this DC team who just
Yep.
scored. To
They
take
just scored a touchdown. Now they're about to score again.
second quarter.
That's no.
The thing about special teams is that that's a
Oh, he played for LSU.
position in the game. So you think about a punt kickoff, those are huge field position swings.
By far, Sam.
I mean, was he trying to grab the ball?
It was such a moment there. I don't know if he was trying to secure it or what he was doing there, but
Hold this guy up. Just that
Oh, wow.
the way he was being tackled and ripped back, I think maybe he was trying to secure his own player.
Oftentimes, so I played at tennis special teams. Oftentimes, you just want to make sure you're blocking your guy. And so if you miss your block, oftentimes you're saying, okay, how do I get on my guy?
Yeah.
And you're reaching, you're pulling, and all of a sudden you're not getting on your guy. You're getting at the ball.
Had to be used by Michigan as they only had 10 players on the field defensively.
Gazik Gaming says it's the Luigi that gets everyone to stop by. Oh, this Luigi. He's so happy. Look at him. I'm sure he wants a slice of pizza. Michigan fan? No, I'm not a Michigan fan. I'm actually a Houston fan. I want Michigan to win this game because they beat the team that I don't want to be in the championship game, and that's Birmingham. And I really, Michigan's offense is really entertaining. But if DC wins this game, I'm not going to be upset. I was hoping that I was hoping St. Louis would get in it. I mean, I think that would be that would be great, because the game is in St. Louis. There would be more butts in the seats. I'm just glad at least Birmingham's not in this game. It's time to have a new champion, That's what I have to say. Y'all remember when DC was in the XFL championship game 2 years ago? I thought they would win that game. I think this will be a close game. Well, we shall see. Yeah, I hope Michigan wins though, and I'm wearing the USFL shirt. That's the conference that they're in, so I am Team USFL tonight. Even though I don't want Birmingham to be in it. Yeah, because they're also in the USFL. So. Stop him! Stop him! He made it. Oh, he's short. I thought he was going to get in. They're probably going to go for this. They're probably going to go for it on this one.
It's going to be really close to the goal line here. Deion Jackson gets bounced out wide by Noah Dawkins coming through the hole.
Oh! That is close. Ow! He might, yeah, I think he's just short. Are they going to go for it? Yeah. Oh, stop him! No! I think he got it in. Yeah, he did that time. Oh. Man. That turnover was a killer. That turnover was a killer. Yeah, he made it. Guess they'll go for two to make it a 10-point game. They're up by 8. Yeah, they're going for 2. Okay.
And think of how costly the special teams turnover was. 2-point conversion attempt. To Amu, looking left, then goes to center.
Wide open that time.
It goes to Briley Moore, his reliable tight end. And all of a sudden, you look up at that scoreboard, and it's 23-13.
All because of this. It's like you knew they were going to score, I wasn't surprised when they scored again, but looked like they were going to stop him right there, but nah, he made it. He got it in there.
Picked up the conversion as well. That is a huge answer, and going for it on 4th down shows you what Fred Keyes and what Shannon Harris think about this game. Right? They know this is going to be a game where 3 points isn't going to get it done. You're going to need to get 6 every time you're down there. Because so far, DC hasn't really shown that they can slow down Bryce Perkins either.
DC has now scored on 11 of 14 drives in the postseason. And they're 4 for 4 tonight. And it's all been on this field. Because remember, they had to come on the road and beat the St. Louis Battlehawks. And then they come right back to play.
Now, this is interesting. They said that DC is the visiting team, but DC's wearing their home uniforms. That's interesting. So I guess Michigan, they get to choose if they want to wear their road uniforms or their home uniforms. They chose road uniforms.
100 young athletes participated in a flag football camp.
Actually, I like it like that. I like the Michigan road uniforms more anyways.
Among those there, familiar faces, St. Louis natives, former XFL players, Jacoby Jones, Caleb Ellaby. Man, I'll tell you, flag football has grown so much. And it's just
Yeah, flag football. We're going to have flag football in the next Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. I wonder how many people are going to watch that. I mean, I'll watch some of it just to see what it's like, I guess. And no, I don't watch the flag football Pro Bowl in the NFL. Not for me. Nope.
Too many men in the huddle. Offense. 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
Michigan needs to gather themselves right now.
Yeah, it's an important drive. Look, you're down 10.
Okay.
It's not a team that wants to throw the football all over the yard. They need to realize, hey,
Let me try the boneless wing here. Ooh, that's a pretty big piece right here.
just go, hey guys, take a breath. We're fine. Done a great job of responding in adversity all year.
That's pretty good too.
Bryce Perkins, the MVP. Our family and friends here in St. Louis to root him on. As he is pressed
Oh my God! Oh,
the ball as he was in the midst of being brought down. So see what they rule here. They're ruling it an incomplete pass. It was Momo Sonogo who brought him down. Sam, you're with his family.
I'm here with Paul Perkins and Lynette, Bryce's parents. Miss Lynette, you're from the St. Louis area. How do you feel about the last play? Let's start with the last play.
Oh my God, which one? Are you talking about the fumble?
The fumble. Let's talk about it.
I'm not very happy about that, but we have a lot of game left, so I'm optimistic.
And Paul, you have an NFL career, NFL experience. What would you tell your son in a moment like this?
Just, be calm. Take one play at a time. We got a lot of game left, right? And just go out there and execute and let the guys make plays. Pretty simple.
You've seen him through ups, you've seen him through downs, talk about a broken neck in college. What does this moment mean for you?
Because he's developed in a manner of, the time that he's played, and he's developed as a
whoa!
and he loves the game, and I'm proud and happy to see him excel.
Thank you so much, Paul.
Thank you.
Second and 15, we tried to connect with Mariner.
Only in the UFL do you get to interview the quarterback's mom right after he's getting hit in the back of the last leg. It's great access.
Great family. His uncle is former Dallas Cowboys star, NFL pro Don Perkins. His brother was an excellent player as well.
Hey, I'm here with Mom. She said, hey, come back when we're winning.
That's it. Third and 15 now for Bryce. And looking for an option.
Oh, come on!
Trying to extend the play, goes back against the
Ah.
complete. Just wasn't enough magic with that DC front pursuing him.
It's just a great example of what happens to this team when they're behind the sticks, when they're not good on first and second down. Look at DC. They're dropping everybody into coverage, filling up all the passing windows, and there's nowhere to go with the football for Bryce Perkins. That's why it's so important for this offense to get the run game going on early downs. It opens up everything else. Last couple downs, DC has stacked the box and taken that away.
Mickens on the return. As he scoots ahead out past the 45. The second straight 3 and out for Michigan.
Hey, we got another new viewer. The David McDaniel Show says, appreciate you streaming the actual game. Oh, awesome. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Thankfully, this is not copyrighted. That's why I can show you the screen.
Creating explosive plays. So it's
Yep.
just settling in, working on the game plan on that stuff, and the guys have said, we've got it, we own it, we've been through adversity before and locked in, now we just got to keep doing what we're doing, because you see
I'm sure the UFL's YouTube channel will upload the full game eventually. Hopefully soon. Hopefully you don't have to wait like 6 months until that happens. By the way, their highlights... Why don't... If you watch UFL highlights on their YouTube channel, why don't they show the conversions after the touchdown? That's part of the game. I would read the comments and people are criticizing that. Why aren't you showing the 1, 2, or 3-point conversion attempts after the team scores a touchdown? Exactly. What the heck? So, after a while, I was like, enough is enough. So I decided to record the games, you know, on YouTube TV. You know, it's not like, you know, college football highlights, NFL highlights, CFL highlights, where they always kick the extra point. That's usually an automatic. There's no kicking. There's no kicking an extra point in the UFL after a team scores a touchdown.
Second and 10. Gets it out into space to Chris Rowland. Jordan Thomas told us the other day when we were all meeting with him, he said, Rowland's like having our quarterback out there. Just finds the open space. I feel like I can just always go to him, and you know we're going to get it. Third and 3.
A 17-kick pitch. There's going to be some kind of quarterback power with the option to pitch it to the running back.
There was the option for the pitch, but instead Jordan Ta'amu drives ahead, and with that, he should be right at that line to gain. Let's see.
So he changed the play call there after he realized it was a first down.
Jackson, look at that offensive line getting to work with just a little extra bit of drive. Sam?
So I'm here with defense coordinator Colin Bauer. Coach, I know you're getting ready to call the play, but what do you need to do to stop this offense? Talking about executing the base stuff. I saw on the sideline there some busted assignments, simple busted assignments. Whether it's box coverage or man-to-man, that's what's happening on the defensive side of the ball.
Second and 6. Ta'amu stepping up.
Oh my gosh.
Complete for a first down to Cornell Powell.
Moving down the field fast. 2-minute warning.
C is on the move again, already with a 10-point lead.
College football has the 2-minute warning now. That's kind of weird after all these years. They now have the 2-minute warning. I wonder if the halftime's going to be a little bit longer because it's the championship game. I don't know. Halftime's usually about 12 minutes. I would usually time it. Yeah, I would time the halftime. It's about 12 minutes. NFL halftime is really short too. So we'll see if it's a little bit longer. I'm glad the stream is going well right now. I can't believe we have 8 people watching the game with me. I can't believe that. That's awesome. All right. I might do some of these throughout the year. Live streaming, me watching big sporting events. Yeah, people are going to say, "Oh, this is not a big event." It is to me. I'm a fan of it, so Yep. We got too much happening tonight. Okay. So let me type something in here. All right. So all the viewers that tuned in a little bit later after the game started, I'm gonna pin this message. Please do not spoil what happened in Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final, because that game is unfortunately happening at the same time as this game, which makes no sense to me. It should be happening tomorrow night, in my opinion. I think most people would agree. But yeah, the best part about, I know YouTube TV is expensive. I understand that. But if you have it, the best part about YouTube TV is that you can record unlimited amount of programming. Yeah, unlimited. That's awesome. So, that's the best part. Oh no. Oh my gosh, they're going to score again, aren't they?
Right now, he needs that Michigan defense to stand up here.
I forgot. Which team
Turbo there, quick to the line.
does Michigan get the ball at the beginning of the second half? I forgot which team won the coin toss. Because I missed that part.
Right into the end zone.
Damn.
Deion Jackson. The DC defenders are
It's a lot of points in the first half. That's a lot of points in the first half. Normally 29 points, that's usually that number, around that number where a team gets that score in a game, if you know what I'm saying.
Quarterback zone read game. Mixing up the read guy for Jordan Ta'amu each and every time. And Michigan out of position seemingly every time they call that.
Oh my goodness, are you serious? Wow. This team is on fire. They're up by 18 now.
A little Philly special.
Oh boy.
Down, watch the read guy's going to jump inside here. So Jordan Ta'amu's going to see that. He's going to hand it off to the outside. One block, great cut. And Deion Jackson for the touchdown. Like I mentioned, they're changing up the guy that Jordan Ta'amu's reading. Sometimes it's the defensive end. Sometimes it's the B-gap player. Sometimes it's the secondary force player. Right now, Michigan is just completely unsure of what's going
All right, Michigan, can you at least get a field goal before halftime?
dial up something in this game. Jordan Ta'amu has a touchdown
They have some time, right?
earlier in the year.
I think it's like a minute and a half or something.
Shannon Harris, coach of the year.
Yeah, a minute and a half. Wow, exactly a minute and a half.
It's history.
I can't help but think of something
Actually, Michigan, they can
earlier today.
They have enough time to
when we were interviewing
go down the field and score.
Tamo didn't get Offensive Player of the Year.
I hope they do, so that they can get back in this game. I forgot which team is going to get the ball at the beginning of the second half. I hope it's Michigan. Don't fumble this time.
As Malone gets it out to the 20.
Okay.
This was Harris earlier. Yeah, you could hear the team chanting, "Take the tag off." That's when he won the Buddy Tevens Coach of the Year. Of course, it honors Buddy Tevens, a longtime head coach at Dartmouth, who is truly one of the most exceptional leaders that the sport has ever had. The late, great Buddy Tevens, and congratulations to Shannon Harris.
Shannon Harris, rightfully so, credited Reggie Barlow with the foundation that he laid, but this team has taken. Oh, let's go.
Yes! Go! Go! Let's go! Yes! 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 Oh, come on, not a flag.
Perkins has the football. I mean, that man.
Wow, I haven't been this hyped in a while. What you gonna do, brother?
Number 24 defense. Okay, so that's going to go on the try. Okay, so we're going to talk to Coach Nolan.
Sorry if that was loud. Sorry if I was being loud, but I didn't thought I was gonna be that loud, but okay. I knocked down my Dr. Pepper.
Now, here's what's interesting. Because in the UFL you have 1 point, 2 point, and 3 point conversions based on the 2, the 5, and the 10-yard line. With the penalty, this will
Oh man.
3-point conversion play by Michigan.
All right, they're back in this game.
So Michigan with the opportunity to have
Wow, I can't believe that happened.
possession here.
Which would also pull this into a one-score game then, because they
A
could get
3-point conversion attempt from the 2-yard line?
huge
That's huge.
here for Michigan.
There's a challenge flag coming in from D.C. You know what's absolutely wild? You want to know how wild of a first half we have had? Electric of a first half of this UFL championship game we've had. And if they get this 3-point conversion, the over-hits, we're already over the total over-under. Let's listen in to the Verizon Command Center.
Yes. I'm on the Skycam. Yeah, holding 61. Okay, so we're looking at a hold, potential hold on 61. He's got good feet. There is a grab. I don't see a ton of restriction. Quarterback is already out of the pocket at that point. Then he keeps his feet moving. I just don't see a material restriction here. Again, this is my best look. No material restriction. Brian, after further review, the ruling on the field stands. There is no hold on number 61.
After further review, the rule on the field that there is not holding the play stands. DC will be charged their second shot timeout, and they will have no challenges for the remainder of the game.
See, one cool thing about the UFL is that you can challenge. Yeah. I was about to say, you challenge any play at any time. NFL, you can't even do that, and college as well. I don't think.
And the bar is really high to
And under the 2-minute warning, the clock stops when a team scores a touchdown.
DC was
or excuse me, when a team gets a first down, the clock stops so they can move the chains. They don't do that in the NFL. College does it. CFL does it. UFL does it. Why can't the NFL do the same? You know? That's dumb. Oh, man. They didn't get the 3. Alright, at least they scored. Yo, I didn't thought he actually went all the way. Wow. Wow. Oh. That's the play of the game, in my opinion. Ooh. Wow. He just made it in there, too. Oh. Hello, Roblox gamer. You found my sports talk channel. Keith Sports News. KSN. Uh-oh. Whoa. Alright. Don't let them score before halftime. If they score before halftime, that's crazy. Notice how I'm standing up for a while, because that got me amped up. That touchdown.
It's amazing in the Big Ten of Illinois. Top 10 school history, the catches there and receiving yards there. Now the final 46 seconds. DC with a 12-point lead. Ta'ama quickly to the outside to bring
NFL are easy to beat in a race. Really? You think you can outrun NFL players? Those running backs are really fast. Yep. I'm not Eric tonight. I'm Keith. Wrong channel. Main channel, that's Eric. This channel, my other name, Keith. Yeah. I prefer to do this separately from the main channel, okay? So that's why I didn't want to call this channel Eric again, you know? Even though I could have, but I didn't thought of that. Oh no! Oh my gosh! What the heck is going on? Yes! What the heck? 37 points in the first half? What can I say, man? Oh my gosh. What is going on? What is going on? Well, we can all agree this is much better than last year's, for sure. Much better than last year's. How does this happen? What is this? Is this like a Madden NFL video game on rookie mode, easy mode? They're still... Oh my gosh. That's a 9. We're back to an 18-point lead now. What the heck?
So you're going to have these switch routes right here. Now, I want you to pay attention to these two safeties right here. Those two guys and nobody on the
Look at that, man. Perfect pass, and they
signed a week and a half ago.
goes all the way.
But has not been in this defense long. He's in the wrong coverage.
This is crazy.
To the safety, someone's messed up there. And you cannot leave a blade of grass for Jordan to
Normally, Michigan scores a lot of points.
Ty Scott, 50 yards.
Oh my gosh.
He hasn't missed tonight. I mean, he has been unbelievable. 16 of 20. He has been perfect throwing the football downfield.
I don't know what to say. And at this point, what are we doing?
320 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, and
Now watch Michigan run this back all the way.
Between Shanahan's head coach and Jordan Ta'amu.
what was the discussion prior to that series?
You know, both reporters are going to be all over the place.
I mean, how aggressive did you plan on being there? I mean, our goal is to score every time we get the ball, so no matter how many seconds there are left on the clock, we're going to go down and score. And O-line did a good job protecting, receivers made it.
All right, don't kneel. You have 2 timeouts. Don't kneel. Do not take a knee.
More fireworks? Yes, sir, more fireworks. We're not done yet, we're not done yet.
I know 23 seconds, that's not a lot of time, but you got 2 timeouts. Do not kneel. You're losing by 18.
Thank God the MVP's on my team. I am telling you, the team was offended. Oh, yeah. That Jordan Ta'amu
Sorry, guys, for
MVP award for
missing your messages.
Bryce Perkins had an excellent year for Michigan. But I think that is the most
Okay, good. They're not kneeling.
factor at UC-DC playing at
Just don't get sacked. Don't get a fumble. Don't intercept the ball.
Perkins.
Ah!
Boy, he had a lot of pressure as the pocket was collapsing on him as he tried to get it to Gunnar Oaks.
Derek Roberson all over him.
That's crazy, man. We just witnessed a crazy wild first half.
Fronts, pass rushers in the UFL across the board. DC's got Roberson, they got Joe Wallace, they got Andre Mintz.
Look at the yards. What the heck? 379 yards for DC.
This is a situation where Michigan and
Oh.
DC know they got to throw the football.
Unbelievable.
That's not
Oh, they're gonna kneel? Why? You have 2 timeouts. Did they get the ball in the second half?
We set it up earlier. We
I
set
hope they do.
record-setting over-under today of 52.5. We got 37 to 19.
No one thought this would be the score at halftime.
Coach Nolan, how can you slow down this DC offense?
We got several busts in the coverage game. I mean, nothing's designed to give up that kind of big plays. We got to put a stop to it. If we don't, obviously we're going to lose. I mean, down by 18 points, so in our scoring system, we're still 2 touchdowns away.
The audio just cut out.
Coach, Luke's over to you.
Thank you, Sam. Coach, obviously you've got a great first half performance here, but you got a chance to put your foot on the throat of this opponent. What's the message?
Yeah, I mean, the job requires more. You know, this game's not over yet. That's a really good football team, well-coached football team. They got the MVP, the UFL, all UFL team guy. I mean, he's Offensive Player of the Year. He's that for a reason, right? So, but we can't let up offensively, defensively, special teams. We got to keep doing it, you know, as a team, as a group. So we do that and come out the second half. We get the ball when we come back out. We got to make sure we put some points on the board some kind of way when we come out and get the ball.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Shannon Harris's team at the end of the first
It's a wild first half, man. That makes the game, more exciting,
halftime, and it's 37 to 19. A live performance by the Black Moves here at the
Oh, there was going to be a live performance, so that means this halftime is going to be a little bit longer. I'm timing it to see how long halftime is. I guess it'll be like probably 15 to 20 minutes if there's going to be a live performance. Roblox Gamer says, who's the white? Michigan Panthers are wearing white, and DC Defenders are wearing red. And I'm cheering for Michigan because I'm wearing my USFL shirt, and that's the conference in the league that they came from, and they beat the team that I don't want in the championship game. And that's Birmingham. Birmingham, they won the last 3 spring football league championships. So it was about time we're getting a new champion. But if DC wins, which I guess they will because they're up by 18, I'm not going to get upset. I'll just say, well, much better than last year's championship game, that's for sure. 5 Tear says, I'll say, what is going on? Because, wow, exactly. Hey, that makes this watch along stream more entertaining, right? Yeah. Like, what if my reaction was this the entire time? You know, I got like nothing to say. I mean, yeah, probably would be. Is that Pizza Hut? That's got it. Yep, Pizza Hut. That's what I got. Oh man. I have to turn on my ceiling fan because I'm getting kind of hot. So, for those of you that are new to this channel, which I think most of you are, this is a sports talk channel. I would do 2 episodes a week of me talking about sports, what I saw, what I heard, and give you my opinions on the stories before the weekend and after the weekend. So I would mainly do episodes on Mondays and Fridays, okay? So I released a Friday episode, and I think I will release a Monday episode. So they're mostly going to be Mondays and Fridays, but sometimes it can be on a Tuesday and a Saturday, but it's mostly Mondays and Fridays, okay? All right. Because no one's going to talk about the UFL. No one talks about it, unfortunately. And I know the UFL is not popular. I understand that. It's only in their 2nd year. But I feel like for the people that are sick of the NFL, you know, you hear the NFL getting criticized years and years, you know? Why not watch this, you know? That's how I look at it. I used to really not like the NFL. Especially after what happened 6 years ago, when the New Orleans Saints got screwed out of the Super Bowl, because I live in South Louisiana, so obviously I was rooting for the Saints, and after that, man, I was like, forget that Super Bowl, I'm waiting for XFL to come back in 2020, so I became a huge XFL fan in 2020. And the season went well until COVID happened. When COVID happened, man, I was really upset. Yeah, because the XFL, they were in the middle of their season. Ugh. The Black Moods. I might as well listen to this. I don't remember if they had a performance at last year's championship game. Finally, some rock and roll for once, right? Because normally they don't do rock and roll at halftime shows. What if the stream gets blocked because I'm playing the sound? Okay, they did had a halftime show at last year's. I just didn't remember. Look at his hair. Oh, he's wearing like loop earrings too. I like this. Something different for a change, you know? The Black Moods? Let me write that down. I might have to check this band out. Damn. Look at him go. Wow. I like that.
Second half of the 2025 UFL Championship set to come your
I like that. Wow, that's a gorgeous evening. Beautiful evening in St. Louis.
updates as this presentation of the UFL Championship will continue after these messages and a word from our ABC station.
Speaking of St. Louis, yeah, coincidentally, the main channel, the American Truck Simulator streams of the Missouri event. Yep. All right. Oh, Five Terror says there's also an IndyCar race in St. Louis tomorrow night, which is kind of funny. Oh, really? I didn't know about that. Huh. Well, good thing that's not happening tonight at the same time. Cody, you're a Michigan fan. This hurts to watch from a Michiganer. Yeah. Maybe somehow they can come back. I mean, we've seen big comebacks before, but obviously that won't be easy. Well, I am entertained. I am enjoying this program. Yeah, ABC, much better than Fox's presentation. Let's see here. Wow, we still got 6 people watching. That's amazing. I can't believe that. Good thing I was available to watch this. Yeah, last year Fox hosted the championship game, and it was on Father's Day, which it was kind of weird, because I was watching that live. The reason why that wasn't on a Saturday night was because Fox does that MLB's Baseball Night in America. Yeah, so that's why it's on Sunday. So I think they alternate between Fox and ABC. So I assume next year's will be on Fox. Just like the Stanley Cup Final, they alternate between ABC and TNT. Guzik Gaming says, we appreciate it. Thanks. I'm glad to hear that. Glad you guys are enjoying this with me. Sorry if I was being kind of loud. Because, I'm a pretty big fan of this, Oh, well, there's my local news right there. See, we can watch football all year long. It's not just the fall season. You can watch spring, summer, fall, and winter. You can really watch pro football almost all year round.
Perkins, Jordan Tom was making a statement tonight. Check in with our betting analyst, Aaron Dolan.
Guys, the storyline has been this total.
Oh yeah, this is all. It's already over 52 and a half.
It's up to 83 and a half, and the line has also swung 16 and a half points in favor
Wow.
of the Panthers, now currently laying 13 and a half points heading into the second half.
Guys, 56 combined in the first half.
Fred Guy's the offensive coordinator at DC. You told me this is going to be the longest half of your life. And I said, well, what could shorten it up? So what's going to shorten it up? Well, I'm going to run the football. We make some adjustments in our run game. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing. I mean, if they get tired, I'm going to tempo it. So I'm not going to slow the game down. I'm going to keep my football. How much do the clock rules in this league play into your thought process of play calling when you have this league? In the fourth quarter, it plays in a lot, but right now, no, it doesn't play in at all. No, I'm playing like we're down by 14 points. All right, thank you, Coach. You got it.
Sam, I'm here with Bryce Perkins. Bryce, league MVP, offensive player of the year.
All right.
What was the message to your team in the locker room?
Can't get it back one play. Gotta chip it. If that's what we gotta do, we gotta do. Defense gonna go out there first. They're gonna do their job, get a stop, and then we gotta do our job. Long game, second half. We gotta roll. Big plays. Whatever it takes.
Thanks, Bryce. Jordan,
Does Michigan get the ball at the start of the second half? I hope they do.
7 to 33. That was the most points they had scored this season. They scored 37 and a half.
Against a Michigan defense that's good. Now, it was a bad matchup, right? You get the number 1 offense against the worst pass defense in the UFL. Problem is Michigan has not been able
Nope.
to affect Georgia.
They have to kick it off. Of course they have to kick it off.
Too much time. That's the adjustment I'd make if I was defensive coordinator Colin Bauer in the second half. You got to pressure. You got to try to force the issue.
Man, I really hope Michigan can come back.
Give the ball back to Bryce Perkins and hope he can get back in this game.
I can't believe this score.
Sidewinder of a kickoff. Penalty flag comes in.
Trust to Amu. And I said he's the best deep ball thrower in the UFL, and he showed that tonight. Every deep ball has been on the money. Coverage breakdowns in the secondary for a secondary that's banged up in Michigan. But Jordan Ta'amu has been a one-man show trying to take home the only hardware that he cares about, which is the championship trophy. The only one he didn't get awarded. He's trying to take it tonight.
It's been interesting to hear both Jordan, who's mic'd up, as well as all the interplay with his teammates who are over the moon excited to prove the point that he's the best in the league. They go empty to open up this second half. 18-point lead. Pressure right off the edge. Was able to survive it for just a moment as Noah Dawkins was coming in as we look at our progressive first half stats.
Colin Bauer was listening to me bringing the
Look at that. That's crazy. These stats.
2 quarters of a football game, ladies and
I mean, this kind of stats you would see at the end of the game. No, first half stats.
218 yards.
That's why I was saying earlier. What is this, Madden NFL rookie mode? Easy mode?
And take the ball out of Jordan Ta'amu's hands because he's been perfect.
Straight ahead goes
Oh man.
as he lowers his shoulder past mid.
Just like that, they're already past midfield. And yes, I did predict DC was going to win in my latest episode of KSN. I hope I'm wrong though, somehow. I didn't thought it would be like this, obviously. I don't think no one thought it would be like this.
But couldn't keep his footing, but does get inside the 45-yard line.
And what if Fred guys say, I'm going to keep my foot on the pedal, right? I'd love to get back into tempo. I want to get them tired. He's not playing like he is up 2 scores right now. He mentioned he's playing like he's down 2 scores.
And Jordan, this is how dialed in they were. He told me before we talked to him that the last 2 plays of the first half, the long touchdown and the 2-point their radio was out. They communicated all of that from the sideline.
Oh my goodness! Jeez.
As DC is rolling.
They are rolling.
Running back who had an all-time sugar
Moving down the field, man.
172 yards against Ole Miss.
Turbo, same play. They were on same play.
Quickly getting it
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Jeez.
Chris Rowland. Get this great combination between Ta'amu, the running game, and then Rowland in space. And of course, the big shots downfield tonight.
Right here, 23 bubble. That bubble is for Chris Rowland. It's just the RPO, the pass option attached to this run play. This time Michigan's going to get 3 guys over 3, so Ta'amu should hand this ball off.
Second and 3.
Oh my gosh.
So Taylor
Are you serious? That's gonna be a first down. Automatic first down. What are you doing? What the heck? Is that blood?
Taylor Stallworth.
Is that blood on his uniform?
Ta'amu's signal.
What could that be?
Line there. This one lady they call this is going to be a handoff to the left to Deion Jackson. Obviously, Ta'amu always has the option to pull it. Well, he'll hand it here.
does pull it and then utilizes the option to get it to Rowland. Miller and Kai Nakua with the tackle.
Yeah, should have handed it. He had the numbers in the box. There was only 5 guys in the box, but sometimes when a quarterback gets in rhythm, when you're in the zone like they like to call it, you want to keep that ball in your hand as much as possible. That time probably should have handed it off.
Second and 8. And this is Jackson. will be third down from just inside the 20-yard line. Donovan Newton with the tackle.
So you're 10 personnel, so no running back or no tight end in the game. You're gonna have 4.
Oh yeah, they gotta stop him here. They gotta stop him here.
On one side, you can have a corner around the hitch.
They can't score another touchdown.
This is the same play he threw the touchdown on the corner route.
Good reminder, Tom. 3rd and 6, and it's incomplete.
Okay.
For Mickens.
Field goal.
So we'll send the field goal unit out.
I mean, this ought to be an easy field goal because it's automatic points, really,
Great coverage by
in the dome, you know.
Luke's mentioned same play they scored the touchdown on when he bit.
Unless if he somehow misses.
The corner out behind him that time covered the corner and nowhere to go for Tom. That's a good stop, right? Even if it's a field goal here, it's a good stop for this Michigan defense.
McCrane made from 22 earlier, this from 38.
Sad seeing a lot of empty stands. Obviously, if St. Louis was in it, there would be a lot more fans in the stands. That's why I was saying, why is this in a neutral site, you know? Like, why can't, you know, these two teams, they met in the regular season and Michigan won, so it would be better if Michigan was hosting it. I mean, that would be better, man. I mean, obviously, more fans the better, you know? That's one thing I don't really like of the UFL. And that's why I wanted St. Louis to be in the championship so bad, because that's where they're playing in. Oh well. If I was living in St. Louis, I would totally go to this game. I would. Yeah, because, you know, that's what big fans do. Well, guys, I hope you are enjoying this so far along with me. So, I'm probably going to do these. I might do some more of these throughout the year, depending on if there's something that I really want to watch live and, you know, record my reaction to watching it. I might do it. You know, for those of you that listen to my episodes of KSN, and I know you do, Five Tear, I did say that the UFL season should have began earlier in the year. It began in late March. It should have happened a couple of weeks before that, or even late February. Do y'all remember the XFL would start the weekend after the Super Bowl? I liked it like that. Why wait another 2 months, you know? Yeah. I wish it was like that for the UFL. So that way, you know, the championship game would have been a couple of weeks ago, you know? And, you know, you're competing with the Stanley Cup final, obviously, which is unfortunate. And they picked the worst weekend to start their season. Because that weekend, the last weekend in March, the MLB season also began that Thursday. The last Thursday of March. Like, whoever thought of this schedule, whoever thought of this UFL schedule, you should have known better. That's just my opinion, but oh well. Yeah, because the XFL championship game in 2023, I think it was either the first Saturday or the second Saturday in May. We're in the second Saturday of June. Should have happened a month ago, in my opinion. That would be much better, you know?
Some of those here in this second half.
Yeah, and you heard the song right there. This is how legends are made. You want to be the MVP
Thank you for the thumbs up,
player of the year?
Gazik Gaming.
This building knows you control the football. It's all on your shoulders. How
They're down by 21 points, man.
Here in the next quarter and a half. There's Michigan's Malone on the return from the 5-yard line. And he's met with good kickoff coverage at the 21. So listen in to Bryce Perkins as he comes out to lead this team. 160 yards and 2 touchdowns to this point.
This game is weird, I will say that.
That's a great first half, you know what I mean? Bonkers. And again, this offense is built to run the football. They're built to throw RPOs.
Oh, they have a UFL audio cast on ESPN Plus. I didn't know about that.
Start spreading the ball around, getting their guys in space a little bit
But I like this version. I like Joe Tessitore and Jordan Rogers.
So Italo will go straight ahead, and he'll get it out to the 25-yard line. Sam?
Back here with Danny Elling. So, Danny, real quick, what was the message in the locker room?
Your message was just one play at a time, especially with the offense. We can't get it all back right
Wow, he played for LSU.
You never know because those 3-point plays is the fourth.
He must have been the backup quarterback, because I don't remember this player. I don't remember this quarterback when he was in LSU.
Now, if you can, give us the play call if you heard it.
Missed it.
All right. And then, for sure. And then talk us through what you're seeing.
The big was pushing out there, so we actually went with a double screen. So if they ended up running out to our running back, we were going to come back and throw the wide receiver screen. Unfortunately, we didn't connect. It was a pretty good look for it. So when you watch the replay, you can see we actually had a pretty good contour to run that one.
All right, I'm gonna let you listen, and then we'll talk through the play.
Incomplete as he was looking for Mariner. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Speed go out of 2x2. So if we get any kind of a man coverage, we're going to work our 10-yard out with our go. And if we get any kind of cover 3 or cover 2, we're going to work our go side, which is just kind of 2 verticals. It looks like they're going to maybe drop to some type of a 1 high zone. So we're working the go side. He's got 2 guys over in protect.
Perkins on
Come on, man. Oh. What?
That is Thomas on the return. Keandre Thomas with the interception as Bryce Perkins was desperately trying to find anything downfield. And now you can see the tempers flaring as DC has taken control of this game.
Well, this is what Danny Elling was mentioning. They had the go route to the outside. He got 2 go routes.
Couldn't find anyone open.
Stays with it and doesn't leave the pocket. It's going to be open down the field. Leaves the pocket a little bit early, and you can't fault Bryce Perkins here. He's just trying to make a play. It's what he's done so many times over and over again all year long. That time, kind of throwing up a prayer. And right to DC.
Keandre Thomas. His first season with the Defenders. He was brought in, traded for from Houston. Last year he played for the Roughnecks. Had a good career at K-State.
And they're in field goal range again.
DC. Again, tremendous field position. To Amu. Couldn't connect on the strike. He was thrown to Ty Scott. Remember, Ty Scott had the 73-yarder earlier tonight. Tarpley and Miller at coverage. Luke's.
Yeah, it was Mike DeLillo again, backup quarterback here.
Oh, we got a counter, huh? Counter?
Yeah, so we got a fake counter, and we got a tight end screen. So 84 is going to delay block. It's going to be a little slip screen to the tight end. She hit right up the hash.
84 is Mason Fairchild. There is the screen. Here is Mason. Blockers in front.
Man, they're just going down the field.
For DC. They can do no wrong.
RPO outside zone. So it's going to be outside zone. Here we got stick concept working on the backside. So the tight end's going to run a stick. Chris Roman's going to run a bubble. And our eyes are on 45 right there. So 40
And a box count.
Yep, exactly. So it's all about numbers.
Oh my gosh. What the heck? This game's over now. This game's over. Dang. It's gonna be another blowout game, huh? We're gonna have back-to-back blowout championships, unfortunately, but this is still much better than last year's for sure. And because, no Birmingham, so that's the bright side.
being led out of the
Whew.
Michigan sideline. With that turnover and touchdown.
Yeah, I feel bad for the Michigan fans. They have to fly all the way to St. Louis and watch their team get their asses kicked.
There's ways to get back in
Ugh.
the game, but that one
That's
right
why the
there,
game should be in Michigan, because they beat DC head to head in the regular season.
Washington is playing with such purpose
Yep.
and with such an edge tonight.
And you can say, people are gonna say, you can say the same thing with the Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs got blown out. Yeah, but they won the two before that. So yeah, don't feel bad for their fans. They won back-to-back Super Bowls. You know what I mean? That's different, okay? I don't want to hear that.
Down the night, and it all started because of this. DeAndre Thomas picking off a desperate
Another turnover that led into a touchdown.
for his team and spark a comeback.
They're up by 27 points.
Deion Jackson with the touchdown run.
Well, yeah, I was hoping this game would be great, but jeez, man, no one thought this would be a blowout. When I made my prediction, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like a coin flip, Like, remember last weekend, Michigan put up like 40 plus points at Birmingham. After that game, I'm like, oh my gosh, Michigan's gonna win the championship game after that performance. Nope. I know, right? It's like 1 week you're amazing, the next week you're ice cold. Yeah. Oh well, that happens. Wow, we still got 8 people watching. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this with me. So, yeah, they really do have this on Sirius XM. I have the app. And I listen to a lot of sports podcasts because I find that fun and entertaining. Because it's hard to watch a whole bunch of sports, especially when some of them are on at the exact same time. So, the NBA Finals, that's a big thing. Part of me just doesn't care about that. I'm not really excited about this NBA Finals. But it would be cool if the Indiana Pacers win the NBA Finals. That NBA Finals can still go to 7 games, so that's still a possibility. Plus, I'm not a big NBA fan or a big basketball fan in general, so. And you heard me at the beginning of the stream. I was like criticizing the schedule on why is the Stanley Cup Final happening tonight? When it should be on tomorrow night. Well, I'll tell you what, my number one favorite sports podcast is this one right here. Mad Dog Unleashed with Christopher Mad Dog Russo. He's the best, in my opinion, and he does the same thing sometimes. He would criticize the schedule, and every time he does, sometimes he would rant about it, and I'm like, yeah, I agree with you. Why is it on this night at this time? And plus, Mad Dog, he doesn't always talk about the same sport every time. He likes to mix it up throughout the episode, so I do like that. Alright. What the heck? Wow. Jeez. So, yeah, they do have this game on Sirius XM, ESPN Extra. I'm playing it right now. See that? Yep. It's the same TV broadcast, right? I think this one's behind. This one's behind the TV. This one's like a delay. I don't know why this is a delay, but okay then. Hello? Anybody there? No one's talking. Joe Testator, can you hear me? WWE SmackDown announcer. Sometimes listening to radio is better than watching it on TV sometimes. Who is this talking? Is this one of their coaches talking? I guess so. Huh. It says UFL play-by-play. I don't hear any play-by-play. Should I try my own play-by-play? That would be kind of funny. Maybe an old Madden NFL video game. You can do that. You can mute the announcers. Okay, why is no one talking? I don't hear any play-by-play in this. What happened? I don't understand that. That's bizarre. We're just gonna listen to audio. Okay. We're just gonna listen to the stadium noise. How many people are on this channel right now? No one's talking. What the heck? Are their mics not on or something? Okay, then. Let me see. I can search it up. Maybe there's like another channel that has it on. Nope. Okay. Oh, great. They got a punt. I assume they're going to go to commercial. That's usually what they do. They go to commercial after this. Oh, great. Oh. Yeah. Oh, are they? Ha! You can get to the 2026 season tickets on sale now. Can they bring back the Seattle Sea Dragons? Because they have great fans. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's Deadpool. Shout out the fans. Yeah, I know DC fans are happy. I wonder if any Michigan fans are still in the stands. Listen, if I'm at this game, I'm staying the entire time, no matter what. I want to get my money's worth. Oh, they're not going to commercial. Okay. This team might score another touchdown. Yeah. 27-point difference. And Michigan was winning. In the first quarter, they were winning. Then DC just like, oh my gosh, exploded with their offense. Look at this. First down after first down after first down.
was there for the tackle.
Fred Kai's getting exactly what he wants, Jordan, out of this run game. Still a little tempo, but boy, they're starting to wear out Michigan up front.
To that point, Tom, they're so good at getting the ball in the perimeter with rolling, right? Those jet sweeps, that when the run game between the tackles is working, you just can't defend them. That run game up the middle hasn't been something that's been super successful for them all year, but last 2 games, it's been rolling.
To Amu looking for any position to go upfield as he makes his way to the 42-yard line.
Let me look up something here.
Just another run play. It was funny talking to Fred Kais this week. He said, look, I only ran like 3 run plays last week total because they were just having success.
Okay, I just looked up because, you know, Joe Tessitore is also the voice of WWE Friday Night SmackDown. They were in Knoxville, Tennessee last night. Okay, so that's not far. That's not that far of a flight from Knoxville, Tennessee to St. Louis, Missouri. But, you know, you don't get a day off, you know, this is Saturday night. Last night was SmackDown.
Just the second penalty on DC tonight. Mentioned Jackson last week. He had 21 carries, 116 yards, and 2 touchdowns in that route off the Battle Hawk.
Too bad WrestleMania is not going to be in New Orleans next year. I was sort of thinking about going to that. Oh well, I'm not that upset, to be honest with you, because I'm not a big fan of today's WWE anyways. If I am, then I probably would be upset. Instead, they're having next year's Money in the Bank. I might go to that one. Look at this. Man, all these long, perfect pass completions. They're marching down the field again. This team is on fire. Where was this DC when they played against San Antonio? The Brahmas, the team that only have one win. Yeah, the team that beat DC at DC. San Antonio's only 1 win. They're about to score again. Yeah, this is a totally different team back then, now, than compared to back then. As Booger McFarland would say, no team's the same from start to finish, and that just shows you right there. No, yeah, that's right. No team is the same from start to finish. Unless if you're undefeated and you win every single game. Which, you know, that's so hard. I think the last time that happened was the New England Patriots. Back in 2007, they won every single regular season game. Crazy. Carolina Panthers, they almost won every single regular season game back in 2015. I remember that. Another Panthers team. Yeah. They're about to score again. They're about to be in the 50s. Did we had a UFL game where a team scored 50 or more points? I don't remember. Because a lot of UFL games are low scoring, but this is a beatdown now.
Keep leaning on him, and that is exactly what that offensive line and this backfield has done.
The David McDaniel show says, LOL, I'm watching you from downtown Knoxville right now. Oh, really? That's where you're from? That's funny. Yeah. And wow, he didn't make it. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter, which means they have to walk all the way to the other side of the field. That's what they do whenever a quarter ends. They do that in all football leagues.
Ticking down the final seconds of the third quarter as Shannon Harris, the unexpected head coach superstar for the DC Defenders. He's into the fourth quarter ready to close it out championship. And the UFL championship will continue after these messages and a word from our ABC stations.
Let's see. Is there still audio? Or... I still don't hear any talking. What the heck? You just hear the on-field sounds. They call this UFL play-by-play. I don't hear any play-by-play. Okay. Gaza Gaming says that'll do it for me. Thank you again for the stream. Have a good night. All right. Thank you for tuning in. And I know it didn't go the way that we wanted to go. I understand. At least the Michigan Panthers, they finally beat Birmingham, They finally beat Birmingham, and like after when they played Birmingham last weekend, the way they beat them, I was like, this team's going to win the championship. And then now it's like the opposite. I know, right? It's crazy, like how one week, it changes, it flips, But thank you for stopping by. You have a good night as well. Speaking of Michigan, I remember when their college football team won the championship game last year. Oops. Yeah, I know Michigan. They love football. They certainly love football. Let me show y'all something. Something unfortunate happened the other night, or a few nights ago. My microphone, here it is. I dropped it. Well, I didn't drop it. I knocked it down, and this part broke. You see how there's like a crack right there? I was like, oh no, is it broken? Luckily, I plugged it in and it still works. It's just this part. It's kind of broken. I might have to like super glue this thing. Well, we still got 5 people watching. I wonder if I'm the only YouTuber that's doing this. A live stream reaction to the UFL championship game. I mean, I know there's not many people that are doing this, but... yeah. Man, I wish New Orleans kept their team, the Breakers, because I live in South Louisiana. I would totally go to some of their games. But the closest team for me is Houston. I mean, I don't know if I want to drive all the way to Houston, go to an empty stadium, Although next year I'm gonna try to go to Houston in March of next year because they're having the World Baseball Classic. The Houston Stadium, Daikin Park, formerly known as Minute Maid Park. They're going to be hosting one of the venues will be hosting the World Baseball Classic, and Team USA is going to play in Houston. So that would be a cool experience. If I really go to that, I would like to, because the World Baseball Classic, that doesn't happen every year. It happens every couple of years. It's like the World Cup in football or soccer. Yeah, see, you see, they're on the other side of the field now. That's what they do. Wow, wow. Well, we got a team that scored 50 plus points. Has that ever happened before in a spring football league? I don't remember. There's still a whole quarter left. The team scored 52.
Okay, so number 88.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? DC fans. They have great fans too. Especially the beer snake, whatever they call that, with all those cups, thousands of cups, whatever. That is crazy. That's like their tradition. Oh, that's what they're saying? We want the beer snake? They have that. The beer snake. That's a lot of cups.
You know, this DC team, we talked about it driving up here today, guys, is sometimes you have the stars align, right? And you have chemistry, and you have the right bounce here, and you have the right play there, and you start peaking at the right time. That's exactly what...
I can't believe this game's a blowout. Michigan was winning in the first quarter. I see we got a Michigan fan still in the stands. Big shout out to that fan right there on his phone. Oh my gosh, a 1-point conversion attempt from the 17-yard line. What if they somehow make it? They probably will. Another flag.
So Jordan Ta'amu closes out his night, apparently, with still an entire quarter to play.
Holding, defense on the 19. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Will recall the charge.
5 Terraces, if you weren't live tonight, I would have probably stopped watching this game by now. Yeah. Yeah, I probably would as well. Or I don't know, I might, yeah. Because you can, you know, football game, you can tell when it's really, really over. Because, you know, they got a clock, you know. Now it's a 1-point attempt from the 12-yard line.
Quarterback in now with this massive lead for DC. On the conversion, he goes with the shallow cross, and it's incomplete, looking for Mickens.
33-point lead.
Back to the touchdown.
Gosh. Well, we can all agree this is still much better than last year's. Last year was a shutout. So,
Riley Moore there for the easy touchdown.
well,
Major storylines that we talked about early on. Jordan Ta'amu did not win the MVP award. It went to Bryce Perkins. His rival quarterback on the other side tonight, Ta'amu led the UFL in touchdown passes, was second in total yards.
He's just cementing a legacy here in spring football that I think is going to be tough.
well, a lot of people left the stream. That's totally understandable because the game was a blowout. I get it.
2022 in touchdowns. He was the XFL Offensive Player of the Year in 23. Second in the UFL in yards and touchdowns last year. And he is one of the best
What the heck? He's got a belt.
championship in his trophy case. He's got a strong argument to be the best spring quarterback we've seen.
I want to remind you that Sunday Night Baseball will be coming your way.
Oh,
Another great rivalry.
that's the Sunday night baseball game. Giants and Dodgers. That's not night. That's afternoon, technically, because that's going to be at 4 p.m.
Edition of Baseball Tonight, Sunday Night Countdown.
Now, why is base? It really should be an hour later. Baseball, Sunday night baseball. It used to be at 7 p.m. Central, but then recent years they moved it an hour earlier, and I don't know why. I don't know why.
Line jumped up to what, 83?
I don't understand that.
It's like a basketball game.
You got a two West Coast teams playing on Sunday night baseball when it's clearly afternoon.
Bryce Perkins gets
And the game is shorter now because of the pitch clock, so why can't it go back to 7 p.m. Central?
a touchdown a week ago.
It's getting chippy down there.
Yeah, that's really like the only big event on tomorrow night. You really could have had the Stanley Cup final tomorrow night. I'm sorry. You really should have. Well, I will watch it tomorrow night. I have it recorded. I hope I do have it recorded. I think I believe I do. So,
Gain some pride here in the fourth quarter.
and I know you guys are probably going to say, "Well, you can watch it right now or watch it after this game." I don't want to because I'm pretending that the game is happening live tomorrow night. That's why I'm not going to watch it until tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Okay? I just can't look on the internet or social media. Thank y'all for not spoiling it. I really appreciate that.
Ground if they went through the air, they've been the ones that physically have dominated a Michigan team. And did it to them.
Good run by McCrary for a first round.
What if somehow this stream gets copyright claimed?
Star quarterback and the star linebacker. Perkins going to take a shot. And it's incomplete. Well, this is what we were just talking about. Week 6. The Panthers had 3 rushing touchdowns, over 200
This was
rushing
week
yards.
6. Okay. I don't think I was watching this game live. I don't think.
It was a 38-14 win for Michigan.
Wow, they won that easily. What the heck?
76 yards and a touchdown.
Oh yeah, I think I did watch that live. And after that, I believe I said after that game, I think I said Michigan's probably the best team. Yeah, it's
See there, DC just couldn't run.
totally different. Totally different, man.
By the way, we talked so much about DC with Jordan Thomas tonight. They've rushed for 100
Oh.
yards as well.
That's the thing. Everything's been working for him.
Look at that. 545 yards for DC. That's insane.
Gets down as he gets it to Turner.
Got a flag.
Spins his way into the end zone. We'll check on the flag. Back at the 21-yard line.
Offside. Defense 48. It's going to be declined.
Oh.
Defense.
Offside. Defense number 48. That penalty's declined. Moves up to the play as a touchdown.
So Malik Turner's been the bright
All right, might as well go for 3 points.
140 yards.
You got to go for 3. If you're not going for 3, that means you're not trying.
Steps up in the pocket and Malik, the veteran presence.
And they might as well do that 4th and 12 or that 4th and 10, 4th and 12 onside kick.
Just scrambling, finding that soft spot, and being a playmaker when the ball's in your hand.
Why are you going for 2? Go for 3. Get every point you can. Yes, I know going for 3 is not easy, but you might as well. You got nothing to lose. If I was the coach, I'm going for 3 every time I score a touchdown. You're down by you're down by 20 you're down by 27 for Pete's sake. It's probably too late now to come back, but come on now.
Kept the play alive, Turner. The yards after catching the
Yeah, a lot of teams they don't go for 3 because I know it's the most difficult. I get it. But come on, this is the championship game. Go for every point you can. I mean, this is it. This is it, you know? I would. All right. I forgot. I think I was saying something else and I completely forgot what I was saying. But, oh well. Alright, glad the stream went well. It's almost 10 o'clock already. So, after this, I'm just going to be locked into the CFL for the rest of the season, basically. Yep. I'm a big fan of that. That is my #1 favorite sports league. And I know that sounds weird because I live nowhere near Canada, but I love it. I love watching it. So, yeah, last night I watched the Friday night football game, and earlier today I watched the afternoon game. Last night's game, my favorite team is the Montreal Alouettes, and man, they look really good. Their first 2 games, they look really good. They were saying there was a defensive lineman that played in southeastern Louisiana, and he's on the Montreal Alouettes. I was like, what? Yeah, they were showing a highlight of him sacking LSU quarterback Joe Burrow back in 2018. I was like, wow, that's cool. A southeastern defensive lineman playing on my favorite CFL team. That's cool. Also, CFL, they play 18 games, which is one more game than the NFL does. I don't know, why can't the NFL play 18 games as well? You know, they can clearly play 20 games. They have 32 teams in the league, you know? CFL only has 9 teams. No, they're going to do this 4th and 12 from their own 28. It seems like a lot of times this doesn't work.
With this score, the championship on the line, Michigan must do that. So here is your quote-unquote UFL version of the onside kick of 4th and 12.
Onside kick. Yeah, now the onside kick in the NFL is like impossible to successfully do that. Oh.
Keep possession, and there was a lot of movement up front.
Neutral zone infraction, 48.
Oh.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 48. 5-yard penalty. It's 4th down.
So more manageable.
So now it's 4th and 7.
Yeah, great use of the hard count there from Bryce Perkins.
4th and 7, okay.
That a little bit sooner, they could have had a free play there. They'd love that because now it's still 4th and 7 here. Not ideal, but better than 4th and 12. Malik Turner, the go-to guy, is going to be to Perkins, is right in the slot.
He's been targeted 8 times. Can they get to that 40-yard line and keep the ball? Yes.
Caught it.
And Ross with the catch. So Michigan keeps possession here with just over 12 minutes to play.
Boy, this is gritty. Watch Bryce Perkins hang in the pocket here and take a huge hit from Anthony Hines on a little bit of a green dog blitz. He had to hold and wait for Devin Ross. It's a deep corner route. There was some contact at the line of scrimmage. And he let this ball go early, but just in time. Michigan back on offense.
And you look up at that scoreboard, you see 27 points, but keep in mind, in the UFL, you can have 8 and 9-point possessions. And now hitting him in stride is Cole Hikatani with the reception. Perkins to Hikatani.
Tess, what was all that 1 in a million talk? So you're telling me there's a chance Michigan got a little bit of life here.
Yeah, a lot of fans left.
Perkins. And he gets a complete inside the 10 to Mariner for a first and goal. This all after the fourth down conversion to retain possession. A flag is down at the 3-yard line.
But watch the change of arm angle that Bryce Perkins has here. He stays flat to stay behind the line of scrimmage. Contorts his body, lowers that arm angle, and somehow gets it to COC Mariner.
Defensive holding is declined, obviously. 18-yard reception.
What if they somehow make a comeback? That would be nuts.
Now your interest starts to peak if you're on that DC
That would be
sideline.
crazy.
Kind of celebrating, taking it easy. Michigan trying to, in 54 seconds, make this a 2-score game here with a potential touchdown and a potential 3-point play.
Can sort of see the gears in Shannon Harris's mind work. He's looking up at the clock, put up a score, saying, all right, what's realistic here? First and goal for Michigan. There's Shannon Harris, one of the big stories of the year in the UFL. The coach of the year. Reggie Barlow stepped down before the season started. Harris took over. And now Perkins. Thinking about running.
What are you doing? You're wasting. See, the clock is ticking, you know.
Trey Dean with the tackle.
And remember, we talked to Bryce Perkins this week. He mentioned last week in the second half that ankle really started to bother him.
Yes.
Brace on it, started to get tight. That's with speed there. You can tell he's not 100% athletic enough to still buy some time, but wasn't able to turn the corner there.
Second and goal.
Got it.
Gets it complete to Malik.
So I assume they're gonna be going for 2 again.
Turner's having an outstanding championship game.
It's just a little angle right. He's going to work outside first.
Then I guess they'll do the 4th and 12 again.
Such a good catch. He's got to flip his hands over. It's in traffic. Ball's out in front a little bit. This is a big-time catch by Malik Turner. How good has he been?
Been unbelievable. 8 receptions for 144 yards and 3 touchdowns.
That's a tight window throw, too, from Bryce Perkins. And interesting, they're going to go for 2 here from the 5, as opposed to that 3-point play to try to make it a pseudo 2-score game.
It's a 2-point conversion attempt. Perkins. That ball is incomplete. A flag comes down. We will check on that.
Defense, number 1. Ball in place on the 2-yard line. And replete the try.
Alright, well, they should be able to get this 2-point conversion.
Trying to make this a 19-point game.
Obviously, if you make it an 18-point game, it just takes 2 9-point possessions.
Yeah.
Just. But 2 9-point possessions, obviously,
Yeah,
is the math you want. But
For some reason, they're not thinking about that. I would. I mean, got to get every point possible. I don't think he made it. He didn't make it.
So it stays a 21-point margin.
All right.
Well, Michigan took advantage of the 4th and 12 conversion, and Malik Turner with his
They got to do it again.
reception moments ago.
That is a high-scoring game, 52-31. That's an 83-point combined total points. Highest scoring game in probably spring football league history, I guess. I think I'm gonna do this again for the CFL Grey Cup in November. I think I'm gonna do this again. Oh wow, we got 6 people watching. Oh dang, we got 7 people watching now. Are y'all the same viewers that tuned out and checking back in on me? The score right now is DC 52, Michigan 31, with about a little under 10 minutes left. 5 Terror says, I'll be watching the Grey Cup. You did last year. Awesome. And this year's Grey Cup will be in Winnipeg, your favorite team. And I don't mind. I don't really mind if they're going to be in it again for like the 6th consecutive season. Jeez. Yeah. They've been to the Grey Cup every year. Oh, man. They're just that good. Which means it's going to be a freezing cold game. Yep. See, the weather right now up there is nice. They got nice weather up there now. If I ever go to Canada, I will definitely go to a CFL game. That'll be awesome. You wish the Grey Cup was on CBS here, but they obviously can't do that. Oh, yeah, because it's on NFL Sunday. Yeah, the Grey Cup's always been on a Sunday. But they have it on CBS Sports Network. And you have YouTube TV, right? So you should be able to get that. You should be able to get that on there. And, you know, TSN, they would broadcast NFL games, you know. They would have the rights to that. Another 4th and 12. Oh, man. Wow. Okay. Clock is ticking. You gotta hurry up.
I thought Perkins was going to go down for sure. The pass rush gets all around him, somehow shakes Andre Mintz, and once again, Malik Turner just finding the empty space on the scramble drill. DC taking a timeout here, maybe to gather themselves a little bit. It's the first half.
I think just enough, right? Just to settle back down and say, listen, I know you were looking up at that scoreboard the entire 3rd quarter and thinking we're coming in for a nice cruise control landing. Yep. But we still have to play football. Tom?
Yeah, I'm here with Billy and Louisa Tom, who, ironically, were here a week ago for the semifinal game and planned the whole week out without knowing whether or not the DC Defenders would be playing for a championship tonight. So, Billy, I'll start with you. Obviously, we've got a heck of a football game going on here, and you're a proud papa. But what did you do all week?
We just visit different areas. We went to the zoo, the cathedral. What else we did? We went to the...
Well, he's got to have a great Father's Day tomorrow. Yep.
And, eat a lot of good food, a lot of ribs.
Haha, ribs. You can't go wrong with ribs.
Here, I'll throw back up to Tess. We'll get back to Miss Billy and Louisa.
It's great to see Jordan's parents here. Louisa and Billy making the trip. He's got a lot of family and friends coming out to support him. And I said confidently, hey, we're going to win this conference championship. We're going to stick around and win the whole thing. Hawkins. Flag is down as he is taken down back at the 36-yard line. Derek Roberson.
I like the referee shirt. That's a cool looking shirt.
Roberson's got 6.5 sacks on the
Yeah, you know how UFL, CFL, NFL, college football, they have their own referee shirts, even though they're all stripes, black and white stripes. They're not the exact same. They're all different if you look closely. So that's cool.
NFL experience. He goes all the way back to the fact that his first 2 NFL sacks were against Drew Brees.
Their shirts kind of looks like the CFL referee shirts.
Just a little.
And even NFL referee shirts, they kind of look similar. But they're not the exact same if you look closely.
As this is Devin Ross, who gets extra yardage down to the 40-yard line.
You can hear Marcel Belfay saying, go, 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 get the line of scrimmage. This defense has been out there a lot. Right, they got a little breather during the timeout before the second, 4th, and 12. This is a lot of snaps in a row for this DC defense. You can tell they're a little tired.
Well, converting the consecutive 4th downs to retain possessions after a score.
Okay.
Joe Towel with the reception, and that's another first down for Michigan.
Derek Roberson jogging to the sideline to get DC hands up.
It would be cool if it was on a major network like main CBS. Ah, yeah, like local CBS. Like this game's on local ABC. Right. That way more people can watch it. Because not everyone has CBS Sports Network. But let me say this. Let me tell you something. Years ago, the Grey Cup used to be on ESPN2. And for some reason, it's no longer on there anymore. It's kind of weird that it's on CBS Sports Network. It looks kind of weird on there. Because CBS Sports, they still have their bottom line ticker. Because TSN it's basically the Canadian version of ESPN. TSN and ESPN, they have their own Sports Center shows. So it kind of makes sense that, oh, it's on ESPN2. And ESPN2 is a bigger network than CBS Sports Network. There's really not much programming on CBS. Although CBS, they're big on NFL and golf. That's about it. CBS, they don't broadcast NBA games or NHL games or MLB games, right? So maybe that's why they have the rights to put CFL on their network, CBS Sports Network. FS1 is a more busy network than CBS Sports Network. And probably even FS2 as well. Fox Sports 1, Fox Sports 2. They got more programming on those networks.
Bothering him right now, but that's been how Michigan's manufactured yards, is him scrambling, extending the play.
It's been 25 minutes of real-time, time-of-day minutes, since DC has had the ball.
Oh, wow.
Lineman just caught it
That lineman caught that. Dang.
off the double ricochet and deflection.
Oh.
The reception.
This was almost caught by 3 or 4 guys before.
1, 2, 3, 4. It took 4 tries for someone to catch that.
This is my moment, Jordan. I've got one chance.
Oh. The lineman caught it.
90-pound receiver.
Ooh.
Third down,
They're still taking up a lot of time.
and it's incomplete.
See, there's 6:20 left. They're down by 3 scores. Oh, man, 4th and 11. That'd be weird if they kick a field goal. Oh, yeah, and I forgot. The clock ticks on incompletions. Incomplete passes. I don't really like that. But I kind of understand why they're doing it that way. Just to, I guess, to speed up the game, I guess. By the way, this is probably the longest UFL game because there's still 6 minutes left, and the game started about 3 hours ago. Yeah, I think it was exactly 3 hours ago when this game started. And there's still about 6 minutes left. Plus the halftime show was a little longer. And 52-31. Yeah, the higher the score, the longer the game is. It's like that for every sport, you know. Oh, they're kicking a field goal. So are they good? So can they do the 4th and 12 again after they kick a field goal? So if they kick the field goal, it'll be 52-34. So that'll be an 18-point possession. 2 scores, because you can get 9 points, but that's going to be like impossible. That's really hard. Alright. So they can do the 4th and 12 again for the 3rd time. That might be the faster way to do it anyways, because that clock ticks down quick.
He's always had a good leg, has Potter, from 49 yards.
Okay, he made it.
And he puts it through. So Michigan,
Man, this is a weird game. Still entertaining, though. I'm still entertained. The 3rd consecutive 4th and 12. Oh my gosh, that's about 30 minutes ago. The last time DC got the ball. What the heck? This is a Michigan quarter. The 4th quarter is all Michigan. This is the 3rd time. This is an 86-point game. 86 combined points. Well, that's really it. That's really it. Well, they tried. I gotta give Michigan credit. Well, now it's really over. By the way, Game 5 is over. You do not know the final score? Wait, so how do you know it's over? How do you know that it's over when you don't know the final score? Oh, well, that means the game didn't go to overtime. That means the game didn't go to overtime if it's over. I didn't get to eat much, but oh well. I have leftovers.
The championship, so just praying that I know he's excited. So
well, he's a fan favorite here. You know, started his career off in the XFL here in St. Louis. Very successful. I've been down on the sideline. I'm hearing the fans from the stands, and a lot of them are wearing blue and silver.
yes, they are. They're excited. He loves the fan, and we're happy that the fan loves him. But first off, you know, we got to make sure that we win this and take it home.
Hey, enjoyed talking to you. I wish you the best. I know it's a long flight home tomorrow, but hopefully you'll be going home with the championship, son.
Yes, yes, we are. We're going to go home with the championship. So, hey, Hawaii. So we're coming home with the championship. So
There we go, Tess.
Came all the way from Hawaii to watch the conference championship game.
Look at this. Now it says, "This is football." What the heck?
To watch their son close in.
Still no play-by-play. Now it's called "This is football." What the heck? Okay then. This is football. Football! Yeah. Yeah, you can... Oh, wow.
Another touchdown for DC.
You can really watch football for like... Man. You can really watch football for almost a whole year straight. From the beginning of the UFL season all the way to next year's Super Bowl. Yeah. You can watch football for a good, oh my gosh, 10 months. You can watch football for 10 and a half months, beginning with the UFL, then the CFL, then college football, and then NFL. My gosh, you can really do that. But a lot of people don't look at it that way. Yep.
He was taking the helmet off of one of the DC Defenders' offensive players, and so Shannon Harris is upset and frustrated. He says they're playing dirty. The defensive tackle number 44, Garrett Marino for the Michigan.
So what are they going for, 1? Are they going for 2 to make it 60? No, they're going for 1.
Visibly upset that it's happening and not being called.
They're going for 1.
Conversion attempt.
They didn't make it. 58 to 34. That's 93 combined points.
58 points.
Golly, I can't believe this.
Second time in modern spring football that a team broke 50 points. And this is most ever.
Yeah, look at all those bodies in tighter on the line of scrimmage, and Roland's able to get the perimeter, find the crease.
93 combined points.
He just needs a
Jeez.
little style points at the end there.
Hey, hello there, a new viewer. Kinsey, P-R-O-D-Z-Z. You said woo. Like the Ric Flair woo? Woo! The Nature Boy, Ric Flair, the greatest of all time. I can't do his voice. There was a fan dressed up like Hollywood Hulk Hogan earlier. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, brother? Ooh, yeah! Macho Man Randy Savage! I watch that old wrestling on a weekly basis. I love it. I can't stop. Yeah.
Has been tracking it all night long.
That's another reason why I don't really watch today's pro wrestling, because I'm locked into the old pro wrestling.
Drives 10 for 10 tonight. His little abacus over there is very proud of. Want to remind you that the next stop on the Formula One calendar is the Grand Prix of Canada.
Wow, we got a Formula One Grand Prix in Canada?
Eastern, the race starts at 2 p.m.
I watched the Formula One Grand Prix in Monaco, you know, the same day as the Indy 500. I recorded that, so I watched that, and then I also recorded the Indy 500, so I also watched that. That's pretty much like the only time I watch auto racing. That's a lot of yards. 573 yards for DC.
Celebration, the awarding of the MVP, as well as the UFL Championship trophy coming up.
93 combined points.
He has been the star player for Michigan tonight, and he is down at the end.
You think you're gonna watch that F1 race tomorrow? It is tomorrow. Okay. Wow. Canada. Well, I know TSN's gonna be big on that.
This really got everything going. Next,
Yeah, what is with St. Louis Battlehawks choking in the conference championship game? This is like 3 years in a row.
dominated from start to finish, 36 to 18.
That's why it was really hard for me to pick the winner of this game, because both teams, they won their games, their conference championship games pretty easily.
Audi Field in DC is a
And
home atmosphere for the defenders.
And that was him in the first
let's see, so this is what, 93 combined points.
Was rocking the running game. Was
Let's see, what's the highest scoring Super Bowl?
tonight, 300
Highest scoring
total touchdowns.
Super Bowl. Oh wait, I can type it. I can talk.
walk off the field under his own power.
Highest scoring Super Bowl.
170 receiving yards tonight. That's a record.
Oops, I didn't mean to. Okay, it says the highest scoring Super Bowl was Super Bowl what is that, 29, held in 1995, where the San Francisco 49ers defeated the San Diego Chargers by a score of 49 to 26. Okay, so that's a combined point of 75 points. Yeah, this is clearly much higher. Ha, that's kind of funny. 49ers scored 49 points. Oh, by the way, that's your favorite team, right, Five Tayer? The 49ers NFL team. Next year's Super Bowl will be in San Francisco.
Was actually cut during preseason camp. He went home and started
Super Bowl 60.
his brother washing golf carts.
You know what's crazy? My father, he watched every Super Bowl live. I know.
Stretch of the season
Some people do that.
was a massive part of the success
So, you know,
of Michigan.
he was basically saying, why stop now? Why stop watching it? You know?
The reach of Samson to
Some people do the same thing with WrestleMania. They've watched every WrestleMania live.
as we reach the 2-minute warning
Maybe I'll watch every UFL game, championship game, live.
for DC. Minute 54 away from being called UFL champions.
Oh, it is. Okay. Wow. So you got your favorite CFL team hosting the Grey Cup this year, and you got your favorite NFL team hosting next year's Super Bowl. That's awesome. That's really cool. Speaking of Grey Cup, highest scoring Grey Cup. Says the highest scoring Grey Cup was the 1989 Grey Cup, where the Saskatchewan Roughriders defeated the Hamilton Tiger Cats with a final score of 43 to 40. That's 83 combined points. Okay, that's a little bit higher than the Super Bowl. But UFL, that's even more. 92, right? 58 to 31? Or no, 34. Yeah. No, 93. Yeah. Okay. So this UFL game, 10 points more than this 1989 Grey Cup. 43 to 40. Wow. What a game that was. I might find the highlights on that game somehow. Hey, another new viewer. Shatin. I can't pronounce your username. Chattingsk. Did DC win yet? You slept in. They're about to. They're about to win. So. And I wanted Michigan to win. All right, what about this? Highest scoring college football national championship game. The highest scoring college football national championship game. Oh boy, it was just from 2 years ago. Georgia defeated TCU 65-7. Should have thought about that. So that's a total of 72 points. Okay. Oh yeah, Max Duggan, the St. Louis Battlehawks quarterback. He played in TCU in that championship game. Oh boy. All right. So this is the highest scoring football championship game ever. Yeah. All right. Wow, this stream is over 3 hours.
And here on 2nd and 10, he's brought down by Roberson.
Got to give a big shout out to ABC for making this broadcast entertaining, even though it's been all DC. And Michigan, yeah, they tried their best to come back. I mean, that's unfortunate. You scored 34 points, and you lose by 24. That is very weird.
The coach and offensive coordinator are telling Bryce Perkins with communication, hey, you can come out of the game right now. But he's going to stay in. Perkins. They're going to get it to Mariner to the 30-yard line. It's a gritty performance by Bryce Perkins.
They're actually calling timeouts. Like they still have a chance. I forget what the UFL trophy looks like. The USFL trophy looks pretty cool. XFL trophy, that looks weird to me. In my opinion, the best trophy in sports is the Stanley Cup. I don't think it's even close. Stanley Cup's the best trophy in sports, in my opinion. But if you're not a hockey fan, you're probably not going to say that the Stanley Cup is the best trophy in sports. But the most popular is probably the Vince Lombardi trophy in the Super Bowl, because the Super Bowl is the most watched championship game in sports history, I think.
UFL championship. Nope, we got a flag here. We'll wait on that.
Oh, Gatorade.
Gatorade is getting lined up. It's their head coach, Shannon Harris. It's going to be a good splash. They got some momentum working.
I remember when they dumped the Gatorade on Nick Saban, Alabama. Nick Saban, he didn't like that. That was funny. They dumped the Gatorade on the greatest college football coach in history, and he wasn't happy. I mean, I don't know. Who wants to get dumped by Gatorade? That's so weird. Especially when you have hair, but if you're bald, oh, okay, that's not bad. You're bald! Yeah. Well, the coach is bald, so it won't be bad for him. Kincaid says, great game by Michigan, though they pretty much gonna lose. But it's been great to see the team. I've been rooting for DC since they were founded in 2019. That's great. Well, you finally got what you wanted. And I try to make this stream more entertaining by giving you guys my thoughts, during the, the commercial breaks. I would mute the commercials and do my talking. Alright, you might as well dump the Gatorade now. Okay, they're about to. What color is it? Didn't they do that for the Super Bowl? What color will the Gatorade be? It's lime. Lemon lime. My favorite flavor is orange. I like the orange Gatorade.
I love football. So, did you hear one of the coaches saying, play to the zeros, play to the zeros? I can't turn it off. Yeah, he just threw his Gatorade back to your head coach. And take a guess who it was. The strength coach of all people. Of course, right? A little waterproof vest was a great call for Shannon Harris. 58 to 34 with a clock counting down. Gatorade all over the place, and it's play to the zeros. Don't you just love ball? How well done by Shannon Harris and this group. We're going to hear from him post-game. There's going to be confetti flying, a trophy to hand out.
Oh, there's gonna be confetti?
To give out. I think we all know who that's going to be.
Alright. There you go.
Lucky man. Boy, do they. Well earned. It's official.
Congratulations, DC. They deserve it.
Are the UFL champions.
58 to 34, man. My gosh. That is 92. Yeah, 92 combined points. Jeez, that's like 40 more points than the over or under. That's crazy. Much better than last year's, for sure.
Trophy, presentation, and celebration. We'll see you on the field. Thank you very much, Tess. Look at you. Champion. You gotta
Oh, that's what it looks like. The trophy.
realize what this team's been through, what you were dealt with.
They cut the trophy in half.
Thrust into the head coaching duty.
I guess it's because they can make it like a U shape, a U shape.
God be the glory. And I tell you, these guys here, man, the coaching staff, support staff. I mean, everybody's been on the same page since day one, since taking over. And again, we just rallying around each other, and it continues to just be us, we and ours, So these guys, I mean, I can't thank them enough. The effort they put into this, the resiliency that we had throughout the course of the year. We have some great fans back in DC. We want to do it for them as well. And God is amazing, man. God is amazing. And I'm very grateful. I wanted to let you celebrate with your football team and collect that trophy. Congratulations, man. I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot. Sam, you got Jordan?
I'm here with Jordan Tamu. Jordan, outstanding performance. How did y'all go about putting on a show like you did today?
Kind of just playing within our offense. Not to do too much. We just wanted to.
My gosh.
We knew going into this week.
388 yards. Most in a game in UFL history.
He don't even need it. He just showed you.
4 touchdowns. Man.
But such a surreal feeling. I mean, I trusted in my coaches, trusted in my O-line receivers, and
You just never know.
There's been a lot of message from your teammates about you should have been the MVP or should have been all UFL or maybe even Offensive Player of the Year. How does that message resonate with you?
I mean, it hurt whenever I got that news, last night. But it was a chip on my shoulder, and I knew God had a bigger plan for me, and He wanted me to have a different hard work. And I would rather have a championship and win with the team than my own self.
Thanks so much, Jordan. Over to you, Tom.
All right, thank you, Sam. Here with Jaden Mickens. 2 huge touchdowns tonight and some big explosive plays. Describe your performance tonight.
That's all I've been doing all my life. My 8-year NFL career. When my name is called, my number is called, I'm going to light up. I'm going to light up the show. And, I'm here for my brothers. And it was just an awesome atmosphere to do it. We prepared for it. So when we was prepared, we showed up.
I heard you tonight on the sideline pointing out to anybody that would listen that that's the MVP right there. What has Jordan Tamu meant to this football team?
Everything. He the heart. He the soul. He the reason why we come and we get up and we focus on what we need to do. He takes charge of that huddle. He doesn't say nothing. He doesn't complain. He just grinds. He doesn't cry about it. He grinds about it. And that Islander right there, he's a bad boy.
offensive perspective, your position coach at the quarterback position goes to the head coach and Shannon Harris. Fred Keiss is kind of the glue as the offensive coordinator. But what did you see from Coach Harris throughout the season as he grew into the head coaching position?
I just seen more aggressiveness. He's aggressive, very aggressive, but not reckless. And as we progressed, we had the quarterback, the receivers, we all getting together, getting the running game, and then we just made sure that we didn't cry about it. We just every day we prepare to get us to this moment where we just unleash everything and everybody gets a piece of the pie.
Well, go enjoy it, will you?
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Jordan, break it down for us upstairs.
Well, it was a quarterback duel for the ages. Bryce Perkins, the league MVP, threw for 340 yards, 4 touchdowns. But it was Jordan Ta'amu that won the day. 20 of 26.
And he played fantastic, I'll say that. He played fantastic. Everything just went right for him that night in this game. Look at these long, perfect passes, completions. Man. My gosh. There's actually some St. Louis Battlehawks fans. Big shout out to them for going to the game, even though their team wasn't in this game. Of course, shout out to the DC and Michigan fans for traveling to St. Louis as well.
Championship trophy. Tom, what you got? Well, from the MVP of the UFL championship game to the assistant coach of the year, Fred Keiss, the offensive coordinator for DC. I know you said you were looking for Shannon Harris, and obviously you should be. You'll get to him. But tell us what Shannon Harris means to you.
Oh, Shannon Harris, you don't make me cry. The guy's a heck of a football coach. He passed me 5, 6 years ago. All these years he's been my so trusty assistant, and now I'm gonna be his assistant. That man never cussed in his life. I ain't never heard him. I mean, give him the job. I mean, this guy is. Oh, I love him to death. He does a hell of a coach. Excuse me, Lord.
From a championship perspective, how much did this one mean to you?
Oh, this means a lot. It means a lot. This was for him. I mean, his career is just getting ready to take off. This is what the league's about, you know? I mean, he's a young minority guy who's really, really good, and the world just saw it. And Bill, as a coach, he's a great coach. We put on a clinic today.
You did put on a clinic today. That's right. Congratulations, Coach. Go enjoy it. Sam, over here with Deion Jackson. We're talking offensive coordinator. You said Deion.
Sam Macho. I call him Sam Macho.
I know Keiss called a great game. He called a great game last week. We just wanted to build off the momentum that we had last week, and we knew they were going to try to play the run heavy. So, I just had to come in and play my part. Run hard, just do my job. I told the receivers coming into the game they were going to key in on the run game because me and AB had a great game last week. So I told them to just be ready, and they answered today.
Deion, what does this win mean to you?
It means a lot. That was our goal coming in. We talked about championships. We wanted to win the championship. This is personally, this is my first championship since I was in high school. We won state 2015. So, it meant a lot. And I know it meant a lot to the players that's been here. This their 3rd year and whatnot. I know they had a live a sour taste in their mouth in 2023 in the loss versus Arlington in the championship. So, I wanted to bring it home for those guys.
Thank you so much, Deion. Aaron, over to you, our betting analyst, to wrap up the game.
Well, records were broken
Wonder if you can buy those shirts and those hats online. I think you can.
Look at that total. It closed at 52.5. It got as high as 93.5.
Dude, what the heck?
Absolutely incredible tonight, and they overcame the odds for the entire season. They were 7-1 heading into the season, which was the 5th shortest.
Crazy.
odds, and then they end up just winning it all. They are currently on ESPN Bet, the favorite to win it all next season. Plus 250. So if you're interested in that, you can take a look at that. But the Defenders again overcoming the odds for this game as well as for the entire season.
Wow. What a performance. Yeah, you can. You can buy them online. That's great. And the trophy presentation. Man, it's kind of unfortunate we have to wait 9.5 months for next season to begin. Because the season's so short. The season's only 2.5 months, Yeah. My gosh, that's these stats. Oh, it's Joe Tessitore. He's the best.
The celebration is underway with the DC Defenders as we are here with the executives from the UFL, Russ Brandon, Daryl Johnson, and the co-owner, and a big smile because what a season it was, Danny Garcia. You ready to hand out the MVP?
I am absolutely ready to hand out the 2025 UFL Championship MVP to Jordan Ta'amu.
Congratulations.
Oh, there's an MVP trophy as well. That's nice.
Congratulations. This is an all
Wow, look at that. That's really cool.
a lot of talk this week about not getting the MVP. You got this MVP, you got a championship, and you have a stat line that's going to go down the record books. 388 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, a 2-point conversion. You did it every which way. How'd you pull it off?
You know, number one, I just trusted God. Number two, my family and friends, my support staff that, was there for me always. And number three, could not have done it without Coach Shannon and my team, the DC Defenders.
Jordan, when you reflect on your journey, how much does this mean to you to be a champion at the end of a football season?
It's a dream come true, man. I mean, we worked our butt off, and I can't even speak right now. I'm speechless because I'm so happy. My heart is racing, and could not have done it without these guys. Like I said before, man, it's a dream come true.
Teams don't stay the same. They either get worse or they get better. This team got better, and it was the love you have for your head coach that I think proved it. The guy who wasn't even the head coach when the year started. From interim to champion, Shannon Harris. Congratulations. How much does it mean to you to hear the love and admiration of your players for you?
First, I want to give all thanks to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. God is amazing, and to God be the glory. So, but these guys here back here, man, resilient group of guys. I mean, we started in day one, and I mean, they never flinched. And they worked their butts off, backs against the wall from day one. And, when the schedule came out, when we knew that we had Birmingham on the schedule, our intensity went up from day one. And you talking about the 3-time defending champs, we had no time to waste. We had to get to work and go right away.
You did that, and right through the end with a record-setting scoring performance here, and I believe he's earned something, Danny. You have the honors.
Coach Harris and the DC Defenders, on behalf of myself, all of ownership, Fox, Disney, Redbird Capital, ESPN, Dwayne Johnson, I am so happy to present.
Where's Dwayne Johnson? Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Nah, he don't want to be seen on TV. And there's the confetti.
And they did it with the most points scored in modern spring football history. 58-34. Sensational performance every which way here in St. Louis.
All right, that's it.
Sam Macho, Jordan Rogers, and our entire crew. I'm Joe Tessitore. Congratulations to the DC Defenders, the 2025 UFL champions.
Hey, D Rose, that's awesome. By the way, you called me the wrong name. It's the wrong channel. Their highlights, when they post their highlight video on YouTube, it better be 20 minutes or longer, because a lot has happened in this game. Highest scoring football game ever for a championship game. So, hey, bowling's always fun to do with a group of friends. I might do that later this year. Hope you had a great birthday. Well, I guess I'll be wearing this shirt tomorrow. Me congratulating the DC Defenders because they're an XFL team. And the shirt's in red. Yep. And this was the old logo. Because they were in the XFL in 2020. Oh, yeah. I forgot. Who wore this shirt and who wore this shirt? Me and my clone. Yeah, I wonder... I forgot. Which one did Keith wore and which one did Eric wore? I think Eric wore this shirt and I think Keith wore this shirt. Yeah. Alright, guys. So that's it. Even though the game was one-sided, I still enjoyed it. I still enjoyed watching it. And, you know, this live stream was more interesting to do. I hope y'all enjoyed my reaction. And yeah, this is actually more fun to do, you know, instead of just me watching this by myself, because I don't have any friends that really watch this. I'm talking about like real life friends, not online friends. Yeah. And I bet you on Monday, no one's gonna talk about this game. You'll hear me say, "Hey, did y'all see that high-scoring football game on Saturday night?" You know? But you'll hear me talk about more about that game on the next episode of KSN on Monday. Five Terror says, "You made this more exciting, Keith. Thank you and have a great night." Thank you, MVP, Five Terror. The David McDaniel Show says, "Great stream." Thank you so much. I'm really surprised. A lot of people tuned in for this. Yeah, maybe it's because I was showing the TV screen. And, you know, when I did that, my first live stream watch-along of that soccer match, I didn't show the TV screen because I know that is heavily copyrighted. The UFL is not heavily copyrighted, so that's why I showed my TV screen. Alright. So, I don't know. I'll do more of these throughout the year. I don't know when I'll do another one. Maybe if there's a Stanley Cup Final Game 7, maybe I can do another watch-along stream. So, but until then, guys, thank you very much for tuning in, and have a great night. Peace out. Oh, LSU baseball. Oh, did they win? I didn't even watch that. My father was watching that because he's an Arkansas fan. They played Arkansas. Or I should say Arkansas. So. Wow, I can't believe it. 131 views in this stream. Wow, well that's great. That is great for this channel. Yeah. Alright, folks. Have a great rest of your weekend. See y'all on Monday for the next episode of KSN. Good night. And congratulations to the DC Defenders.